Go. Also, what are the windows doing over there? Why are you like 50 times the size you should be?
They're doing things. They're having fun.
There we go. Good enough for government work.
Woohoo!
I can't take credit for that saying. That's my dad saying that line, but I do appreciate it and agree with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It feels really weird to see this not at night with like the game graphics.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? This is wrong.
You're like, is the color off? No, it's supposed to look like that.
Okay.
Call from my buddy Ian. Learned a lot from watching
Where's
about
the
him.
map? Where am I going? What am I doing?
So you were going around that huge like route that kind of goes. Let me move to my window. So you were going north from where you currently are to go up to that tiny gray block.
Okay.
You were heading to Lavender Town. You'd done most of this huge gauntlet of trainers. I have no idea how you are in health though.
It's a great question.
On my end, I did some off-screen
I am not doing well.
Yeah. On my end, I did some off-screen level grinding because I know what I'm about to go and do, and so this is what my team is currently looking like. Everybody is at about 85, 86, except for Zangoose, who is at 96, because I know I'm about to go do something that's going to be pretty much the most difficult thing you can do in the game, actually. So that will be exciting. Pull out the chat window here so I can see it. Go. Windows upon windows here. Alright, I'm going to take a crack at this, and if it doesn't go well, then I'll keep level grinding for the time being.
Get wrecked. Alright. What is this for?
That might be for one of the rods, like the good rod. Yeah. That's probably the super rod, would be my guess.
Sick. Oh yeah, with all the fishing I've been doing.
Say no Stardew Valley. That would be an interesting versus project to do. The only problem is we'd have to like set our own boundaries for what gets points, because I guarantee you, like, if we did play through the 2 years and got the rating from your grandfather, we'd both have the highest rating.
Yeah.
We played it so much, we definitely know how to get that. It'd be more like, hey, did you finish the museum? Did you get all the artifacts and stuff? Do I not have... Oh, I don't. Well, let's hope I don't need that then.
Wait.
Oh, that's spooky as hell. I'm getting
Nice.
out of here. Went to a Pokemon Center in the final of their game, and it was like a ghost town. There was not a soul in there.
Oh god.
There was only Nurse Joy and nobody else.
Hard pass. Ugh. Don't.
Please don't tell me I need like flash or anything for
Oh,
this.
God.
Okay, good.
Oh
Might end
no,
up
my
beating
plans.
Krabby, which is gonna suck if that's true.
Okay. Lavender
Oh, I don't have rock climb either? What the hell? What am I doing? I could have sworn I put rock climb on somebody.
They're doing stuff, having fun and doing things.
It's probably also on Krabby, would be my guess. He was sort of my HM slave throughout the game.
I got a beer. Forgot I did that. Okay.
No, it actually
What was I
wasn't.
supposed to be
That was
doing
you.
here? Am I supposed to be fighting someone?
So I think for now in Lavender Town the radio broadcast system is out. So I think for now you skip and come back here,
Okay.
and you go to Cerulean, which is I believe continuing to go north from here. And when you get to the gym, somebody will mention like, "Hey, we can't do this thing because the radio's out,"
Okay.
and they give you a spot to go. It's either that, or if it's not Cerulean, it's the power plant, which is just to the east of Cerulean.
I might have to fight through all y'all. Am I about to kick your ass in front of
Strength,
you,
waterfall.
kid?
Okay, so I've got both of those. Okay, why can I not? That was weird.
Oh my god. This is right now. Tragic. One hit KO.
Oh, did it use a one-hit KO move?
No?
Oh. I thought you were gonna say like it gave you the text of it's a one-hit KO.
No, like it was like, this is a critical hit, and then just murdered me. That Quagsire was water type.
It is. It's water ground.
Oh.
Which means it's 4x weak to grass, and it's at the very least normal damage to everything else.
Legendary.
Now I think I'm gonna have to a little bit of a sacrifice here. I hate to do it, but I don't think I have a choice.
Don't fall asleep.
It's probably best
Don't
used
fall
on you.
asleep. Come on, man. You need one more hit. Please. Ah!
You might be able to evolve that Togetic by this point.
Into...
Togekiss. You just need a Dawnstone.
Oh, I can? I thought that was in a later game.
I couldn't remember if it was in a later game or if you just had to beat the Elite Four. It might be in a later game.
I think it's in a later game, but...
Let me check.
Yeah, we can look it up. Because I love Togetic, but he's kind of...
Oh, it's a shiny stone, not a Dawnstone. My mistake. Oh, maybe that's the problem? And now you can get it there. So you can get it from the Pokeathlon Dome, but it's only available on certain days. It is available on Sundays, though.
Ooh.
It just means you basically have to go play a lot of mini-games until you got the required amount of points.
Sure. How do I get there?
It should be, if you open your map, it'll be easier for me to watch what you're doing, so I can...
Okay, makes sense. I should be able to fly, right?
Yeah, the flying is kind of weird in the Kanto area. You have to fly to where the Elite Four is and then fly again, and it'll let you fly back. It's kind of odd, but it will let you do it. So you're not just stuck there and have to take the boat every single time, which would suck. Yeah, I wasn't trying to teach that rock climb.
Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Oh my god, dude.
No, but he is doing it well.
I guess. God damn. Ursaring is getting its ass kicked.
I've not been using Swift a bunch anyway, so I guess this is okay to sacrifice it.
Pretty sure Ursaring is a normal type.
It is. It's pure normal. It doesn't play too dissimilar to Zangoose, actually.
It's just sucking right now for some reason.
It's just that Zangoose is superior to almost all Pokemon in every single way because it's the best one out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna real quick go heal up and then we can fuss with that.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna fly, it'll take you to the...
Oh, true. Okay, Pokegear. Okay,
Oh, it'll be under Pokemon. You have to actually go and physically... Oh. Yeah, it'll bring up that map when you're trying to fly to wherever you're trying to fly.
Who has fly?
Probably Togekiss, or Togetic, rather. Nope. You might not have him in your party, actually. They're probably in your PC somewhere. I don't remember who you used specifically. You definitely did have somebody with fly.
Yeah?
Because I can't imagine you just were like, oh, I'm just not going to use this. Okay. I'd wager most people would probably consider fly to be the most important TM in any of the Pokemon games.
I think I might have traded that for Ursaring.
I'm trying to remember who it was you had with fly now. Can't remember. I don't think it was like an early bird in the game like Pidgey or anything. I'm sure once I see it, I'll probably realize it immediately. It'll be under bills, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. First I gotta deposit you. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, it might have been Lugia, actually.
Probably.
Yeah, when you select it, it'll give you its moveset. It's probably... It might be that Hoot Hoot, but I'm pretty sure it's Lugia. Yep, it is.
Okay. Sick. Why did I put Lugia up? Why have I been doing the things that I'm doing?
To be fair, it's been a while since we've played.
Yeah.
I looked up, out of curiosity, not counting the Ocarina, because we did Ocarina and Skyward Sword when we started Wind Waker. Do you know when we played Skyward Sword for you playing the Icarus plays?
Oh, I don't even want to know,
It was 2019
I was
when we
gonna
did
say,
that.
I'm pretty sure
it was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Good God.
Alright, so yeah, in order to fly there, Pokemon, Lugia, fly, and then go to the left, where the two Pokeballs are like right on top of each other. You can pick either one of those. I don't think it really matters which. I think it'll take Victorwood or Indigo Plateau. And then from there you can fly again and go back to anything that's in Johto.
I think it was because I have too many of the same type Pokemon.
That could be, because you already had a
really...
water type with Feraligatr.
I have like...
And Vaporeon.
Yeah, I have two, and so... I don't know.
Even though I don't think Lugia is a water type, if you can believe it. I think it's actually flying psychic. Why is it flying psychic and not water, despite the fact it lives underwater? I don't know. Yep, it is. It's psychic flying.
Well, fair enough. I'll be damned.
It's for the same reason that Charizard isn't a dragon, I guess.
You're right. Okay.
So yeah, just fly again. And then now you can go farther to the left, and all that stuff is unlocked. You are heading to go down to the big town, the big rectangle that's on there. Yep, Goldenrod. Fine.
Right.
So yeah, from here you can bike if you want and go north. And you'll go out of the town through the following route. And there should be a building, and you'll go into that building and take a left. It should be just after the end of this route, or just before the end of this route. It'd be pretty hard to miss. Yeah, that one right there.
And go left?
Yeah, and then take a left and go through the door that's up there. I do love this, and I remember spending a shit ton of time playing the games that were in here.
Ready to participate.
I don't remember when you're allowed to start this. It might be as soon as you get here, which is like 3 badges in, I think. It's not very long. But at latest, it's going to be once you beat the Elite Four the first time.
This is the dome. It is a dome.
Yeah. So, like, essentially what this is basically there's different events you can play based on, like, Pokemon stats, but I don't mean, like, attack, defense, whatever. It's stuff like power, speed, agility. Mm-hmm. And it will tell you all these stats when you're selecting your team. And then, depending on what set you play, you'll play different mini-games. And the better you do, the higher your score, and more score gets you more points, and more points let you buy more items. So you can check over to the right after this cutscene is done. There's a desk to the right of there. And look at the prize list and see if the shiny stone is there.
Jumped all the way back.
Yep.
Excuse Excuse me. Why are you hating on me?
I mean, would you prefer that she called you small?
I mean, I was talking more about hating on my outfit. But to be fair, in all this time we've played, I've not stopped for a shower, apparently, so...
I guess not. I'm trying to remember, when did they start, like... Not counting events like this, but when did they allow you to start changing your outfits? That was probably, like, Gen 6 or 7, and that's why I don't remember it.
It's crying out while looking at the monitors. Why?
So go to the desk over and talk to her, and she'll give you the prize list. Yeah, the points you earn can be used prizes. Alright, and then prize exchange, we'll see if it's there. Yep, there it is. It's the bottom left one. So that's what you're looking for.
3,000. Alright.
Yeah. And to be sure, before you get the points and buy it, like after you've gotten the points, we'll save, and if it's the wrong one, then we can obviously just reset right before then.
Sick.
So in order to compete, go back to that middle desk that had both of the Nurse Joys there and talk to the one on the left. And you'll pick yes. It'll ask what course you want. I personally think I actually think the speed one is the easiest of the three, or of the six. Each one has 3 events on it, but I think the speed one's pretty easy, personally.
Alright. I changed clothes. Why do I look like that?
Wearing a leotard.
Where's my hat?
You don't need a hat. So you're doing speed, so you're looking for stuff with high speed. So your Togekiss would be good. You can also, you don't have to pick stuff in your party. You can scroll over to Pokemon in your boxes too. What level they are in terms of how much you've been training them does not matter. It is specifically their stats here. So it looks like you might, flip over to this box and just look for anything with like 4 stars or higher would probably be good. There you go. There's a perfect one right there.
Nice.
Yep. Which makes sense. Voltorb's a fast Pokemon. So yeah, there you go. Those 3.
Sure.
And order doesn't really matter either, unless you're just using one that's particularly slow, but unless you're trying to get a Pokemon to get all of the badges and they're competing in an event that they're just not very good in, then really it doesn't matter.
Okay, so what am I supposed to be doing?
So it's going to give you 3 different minigames, and basically, like with Mario Party, like the decathlons, the better that you do in the minigame, the more points you get.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll give you different ones. So for the... Yeah, I figured it probably wouldn't. Here's a stylus, because you will probably end up needing this. So the first one, all 3 of your Pokemon are going to be running, like, up the screen, quote-unquote. So you have to tap on them to make them jump and avoid the hurdles. But you're controlling all 3 at once, so it's kind of having to manage.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't think this one's too particularly terrible. It might not be easy the first time you do it, but it's one that you can get pretty quickly in how to do it. At the very least, it's not hard to explain. This one's pretty simple to understand.
I'm not doing great.
You're actually doing quite well. You're in 1st, 2nd, and 5th. And I can just focus on the Togekiss because it's the only one you got left that's still competing. Yeah, 1st, 2nd, and 6th.
Nice.
Nice job, Green Team, for getting 8th, and the other 2 did not qualify.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Green Team for doing the best they can. So yeah,
Right.
you had the least amount of seconds between your 3 Pokemon, so you'll get the most points as well.
Nice.
I do wish there was a practice for this. Like, I'll try to explain them as best I can, but this is probably the hardest one of the 3. So basically, you have to sort of like swipe your Pokemon whatever direction to pick up the flags. You can pick up to 9 at any given time, and then you have to take them back to the beginning area, like the little starting line, and it will drop those off and give you points. And it will also switch out your Pokemon. I don't think your Pokemon can get tired in this minigame, but...
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's basically go out there and capture the flags by, just sort of swiping towards them. And then once you picked up a fair few of them, just go back to the starting line. This one was particularly hard on an emulator when I was doing this on emulator because I had to use a mouse.
I feel like the mouse might be actually easier.
It was not, I assure you. I remember I played this a lot growing up with the actual stylus. It was a way easier on a stylus. You got 9 flags too, so you can go back because you can't carry more than 9.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll keep going till the timer runs out. You got about 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I know.
Meanwhile, I'm going to check what that item was, because I actually don't remember what a Reaper Cloth does in this game. Oh, it's one of those items. Okay.
Jeez. New record. Wow.
You did it.
Not well, but... Yeah, I did really poorly.
Yeah,
Damn.
it was your first time, though, so... It's one of those, of like, with most of them. There's a few that don't follow that rule, but most of them, once you play it a couple times, you pretty much get the hang of it. So relay run, you're going to flick them specifically to the right to go across and just do as many laps as possible. They can get tired, however, and so if they get tired, then you need to switch them out. And I think there's just a button that you tap that's in the corner somewhere. To in the top left, you can hit that button to switch at any time. But pretty much you'll only do that when they get tired. And it'll put obstacles and shit in the way to slow you down, too. But the laps you're doing are always the same, so if you memorize where the rocks are, you can pretty consistently avoid the rocks. I don't think this one's too terribly hard. Like I said, it's that middle one that's really pretty poopy in my mind. On a good day, I can get like somewhere between 11 to 13 laps on this. Pull that window back up. There we go.
What are y'all doing?
Yeah,
What
for the record, I was laughing
happening?
at whatever the fuck they were doing, not you. I just took one look, I'm like, keep it at home, buddy.
Yeah. They're just smashing, like, head first.
I wonder how long they were stuck there like that. A pretty good bit of time based on that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered how bad you did on that second one. I think you still won regardless, just from that alone.
Yeah.
And you still get points even if you don't win. It's just you get extra points if you come in first, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm definitely going to get lost in this area. This is going to go bad. Yeah, it hands out random bonuses, again, like Mario Party, but they're just kind of like arbitrary bullshit things to give the AI more points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you barely only lost despite as bad as you did on that second one. You still barely got edged out by first place.
Damn.
So it's not that hard to win first. Like, usually one round of practice, and that's really all you need. And then you can just keep repeating it. You can use the same Pokemon, and you won't take any sort of penalty for doing that. They'll say it might, quote-unquote, give you points for doing a mode for the first time, but I don't think... Oh, that's Moltres. No thank you. I was not really interested in fighting a legendary Pokemon right now. Maybe later. Was Moltres the one that gave you a bunch of trouble in Fire Red Leaf Green, or was that Zapdos? Moltres is the fire
Zapdos.
one. It was Zapdos, okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember which one it was. Yeah, feel free to try other modes if you want, but yeah, for my money's worth, I think the speed one is the easiest. You can also just use
so many of these guys.
Yeah, I think it's because I traded them over to you for some reason. I knew I've been breeding a bunch of weasels, but...
They're all very, very fast.
Team Wee.
Let's go. Since they don't get any XP or anything.
Yeah. I do like the fact that you don't have to train these up to level 100 or anything like that to have a chance at winning. It's like, no, if you literally just hatch these from an egg, you could go for it. An expert belt. Slightly boosts the power of super effective moves. Oh, nice. That's actually pretty cool. I wonder if it'll give you a bonus for using the same Pokemon 3 times.
I'm clicking too early.
Who picked Oddish for the speed category? What is someone doing?
Okay, that is the downside of them all being about equally fast.
Yeah, it is kind of a downside. As you could probably already tell, too, the courses are not always built exactly the same, but that probably went without saying. Same with the last one that you did where you have to dash through and avoid the rocks. Like, they're not all going to be the same there, either. You still did pretty good, though. You got everybody on the board and nobody else did. Blue got 2 out of 3, green got 2 out of 3, and yellow only got 1 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you're definitely going to have the highest, or lowest score overall.
My foot is asleep.
Hello? I did not click on any additional windows. My hands weren't even on the mouse.
Can I assist you guys in some way? Holy shit.
Yeah, it is also worth noting that if you hit somebody from behind, which I don't recommend even bothering trying to do, but if you do, you steal all of their flags, but of course they can do that to you too. So it's a case of, I personally think it's better to play defensively and just try to avoid getting hit by another player.
Alright, let's see. Nice!
Oh, nice. Tie for first. Hell yeah.
Tie first?
Yeah, all you needed was that one round of practice and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth rock. Is that like stealth cheese?
I don't know what you just said, but I don't like it.
The stealth cheese? Oh, it's a cheese with activated charcoal in it. Turns it into a black hockey puck looking thing. Tastes something horrible, let me tell you. There's a 4-star. Okay, I missed a pathway somewhere. I must have.
Damn. That has a larger hitbox than it looks like it should.
It does. It absolutely does. You're right about that for sure. That's where I came from, right?
That's why everybody's running into it. God.
Okay, I think it's here, right? Yeah, okay. Yep, easily crushed him there.
Mm-hmm.
In true Mario Party fashion, hand out all the bonuses you want. I don't think anybody's beating you.
But the points don't matter. Rules are made up and the points don't matter.
That was one that I was pleasantly surprised after Drew stopped being the host. They both have very different hosting styles, but I think they're both good hosts, which I'm very, very happy about. It would have been a shame to have it get passed off to somebody that just did not fit the criteria is not the right word, but for all intents and purposes, the criteria of what the show is and what it represents.
We need someone who is as equally goofy and nonsensical.
Yeah, it's like I could have absolutely seen them putting somebody in that was just going to end up trying way too hard. And as a result, it would have been bad.
Yay!
Team Bui!
Pokemon forever! Sick.
So you got 346, and it should give you another 100 for winning.
Nice. So in total, I have what, 700?
Yeah. So it'll probably take about roughly 6 to 7 wins total if you're consistently hitting that mark to
What's the skill course?
Yeah, so each course, they do have some things that overlap, so you might see an event that you've already done, but it will kind of just depend. If you play them all, because you could get, like, if the speed has, like, minigames 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, 5, and 6, you might see, like, 1, 3, and 6 on a later one, stuff like that. But if you find events where you get 3 of them together that you're just, like, really good at, then obviously go with that one. I remember the jump one being kind of fun for a couple of events. It's just one in there is particularly difficult.
Damn, Kanto could take jump.
That's why I remembered snow on the mountain. There is. It's just higher up than what I thought it would be.
A lot of people are pretty low skill.
Yeah, if they've got 4 stars, because you can see how sometimes the stars are like, they're bigger and they're, I don't know, it might be hard for you to tell since you're colorblind, but they're a different color. The stars themselves are bigger, though. You might be able to tell that.
I can tell that those ones are bigger here, and then I know that there's these stamina ones and
that
they're
are smaller.
tiny.
Yeah, so if you get somebody with like 4 stars and the stars are bigger, they'll probably do just as fine as somebody with 5 stars. I think that's based on nature, but don't quote me on that. Obviously, the most ideal would be to have 5 stars that are bigger, but no Pokemon is going to have 5s across the board. So that would be a little broken.
I'd say my Vaporeon has 5, but I don't know if they're bigger.
I hope I'm going the right way, because I've definitely lost all track of where I am relative to everything else.
Snow throw. Flick upward on your Pokemon to throw snow. Touch to hoard more snow. Excellent. So descriptive.
You have to aim them? I can't tell.
There's one on every side, and so I don't think so.
I don't know, but like some shots from both you and your opponents are missing altogether. But I don't know if that's just like random chance. Like I said, the speed one was the one I consistently played, so it's the only one I can give you like information I know is correct for sure. So it might be a bit of trial and error. But I know it can also get boring to play the speed category like so many times in a row.
I genuinely do not understand how this game is going.
Well, you got 12 points. I don't know if that's good, but that's what you got. So I guess we'll find out relative to everybody else how well that was.
Not
no,
good,
it's
not good, not good.
No bueno.
Goddamn.
Okay, alright.
Nice. I still have no idea how it was supposed to be playing.
I don't either. Get the ball in the opponent's goal.
Okay. Use the stylus to move around and flick quickly to dash. Sure. Why not? Absolutely not.
I
What is
see.
happening
Yeah,
here?
this is like similar to a Mario Party DS game, I think.
What is happening?
Oh, somebody just lost a point. I think it was blue. You're red, so get it to any goal that's not red.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm trying to find where my people are.
You're red. Well,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard for you to tell. It has arrows above your team, too. That might be a better indicator.
Oh my god.
Getting distracted watching this because it's genuinely, like... Oh, rare candy. Nice.
No. 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 No.
This feels
No.
like that
Damn
Fall Guys game, kind of. Except instead of getting the balls into, like, your area, you're trying to send them another... Oh, no, it's that game from Wii Party. That's what it is. Where you have to kick, like, your own colored soccer balls into any of the goals. That's what it reminds me
Oh
of.
no. Why are there more now? No.
Because it wasn't difficult
Go
enough,
away.
clearly.
I like to think I'm doing decent. No.
I feel like you're doing okay. Somebody's been losing a lot of points, and it's not you, so I'm pretty sure you're not last, at least. I think you probably got, like...
What has been happening?
I think you tied
have
for
one-
second/third. I think that's what happened.
It says I have 1 point. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you got second. Because every
What?
time you got scored against, or any player got scored against, they lost a point, so...
Okay.
Okay, you've
I
done
think
this one
is the
before.
same one.
Yeah, you've done
Okay.
this one before, so this is one of the ones that overlaps.
Okay.
Yeah, that ball one, that was a freaking mess, wasn't it? Not just for you, I mean the game in general, that was a mess.
Jesus Christ.
This leads to a dead end, but I'm going to check it anyway.
Yeah, these guys are not built for speed.
No, they are not. Because what's the category you're playing? You're playing skill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that means speed, right?
I guess
They
it's
keep
like...
stealing my fucking flag.
I guess it's thinking like skill in the sense of like angling your Pokemon in the correct direction to hit multiple flags or something like that, but that's me being very nice and reaching quite a bit.
Does your shoulder hurt from how far of a reach that is?
Sorry, you remind me of something from Wind Waker that we'll see much later in the game. Of like, I'm sorry if your index finger hurts after all that from having to hold down the L button for so long.
Yep. God damn. This was bad.
So probably will not be doing that one for getting a bunch of points.
No. Give me pity points. Why does everybody else get...
Hey,
Nice.
pity!
That's my favorite. Of course you're giving the guy that's winning a bunch of pity points. It's not the intended use of pity points. Not that. Never mind.
Watch him just get completely dunked on and lose. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that dude that was on the right, if he had gotten no points in that last event, he still would have won.
Yes.
Because he was at like 290 something before that third event.
He got like 150 pity points.
Yeah.
That's not how pity points work.
Yeah, no, Pity's supposed to go to third or last. Like,
Alright. Well, let's not do that again.
now let's all agree.
I got 231 though.
Ocarina of Time fans, eat your heart out.
Sure, let's do jump.
Alright, here we go. Brent, now's not the time to call.
Of course you have great jump. You're a flying type. Why is yours so high? Oh no, wait, that's stamina.
Yeah, it's stamina. I guess Meowth makes sense. Abra kind of makes sense. Also, go back to Scyther real quick, the green one. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
That Pokemon cannot learn Cut. Even though it has literal blades for arms, it cannot learn Cut.
Why would it know Cut? There you go.
Alright, I actually don't remember how the OST for this is. This is going to be curious to see how the music plays here. Okay.
Alright. Let's see what these games are.
Here we go.
Lamp jump. Quickly pull the Pokemon down to jump. Jump and aim for the lit lamps.
Yeah, so you kind of like pull down. It's sort of like a rubber band type of thing. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool once you get used to it.
Oh, am I supposed to be using all three of them?
You can, yeah, if you want. Of course, if they crash into each other, as you've already seen, they will get hit.
Oh my god, you guys. Can someone please jump farther?
There you go. Yeah, you can kind of angle it. Like, it's a little weird to angle it, but you can.
$3.30. We'll see. Nice. Barely, but
You know what? We'll take it.
I will take it.
Man, fourth did really bad. What the hell? Like, everybody else was really close to each other, and then it's just like a mile in that direction of like, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.
Catch the flying discs. Touch to jump and catch.
Yeah, so you'll move them around with the stats, and then you tap on them once to jump. And depending on how far back on the platform you are, it'll give you more points.
Wait, hold on. Where did Togetic?
It fell off. It fell off, but your Pokemon will respawn if they fall off.
I don't know if I'm getting any of these, to be honest.
You are getting points. You have 10 right now.
Is that good?
I don't know. But it means that you're not missing completely, because you'd have 0 otherwise, so you're at least getting something. We'll find out how good it is after the break. No.
Probably not.
This stream was sponsored by Manscaped.
Oh.
You actually tied for
Nice.
first. We'll take it.
Excellent.
We'll take it. Hell yeah.
It's probably because I had Lugia at the front.
Yeah, probably. I remember when I was at the front, I would just basically block everybody from scoring, so even though my score was bad, it was still better than everybody else's. And then the hurdle jump, you've done this.
Jump, run.
Yep, you did this one before.
Oh, nice. Who are all flying types? I feel like I should just mention that.
That's why their jump lasts longer, like they stay in midair for longer. First with Zubat, third with Lugia. Oh my god, green did not get on the board at all. Yikes, dude.
Tragic.
Three of the four available spots in the DNF area were taken up by green.
God.
Also, I may have over-leveled myself a bit for that final boss fight.
Whoops.
I used Swords Dance to boost Zangus's attack one time. He one-shotted every single one of them.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, Zangoose. I could not be more proud.
Just slaughter.
That is amazing.
Who's full of fighting spirit? Oh, thanks. I'm not sure why, but sure.
I'm gonna let the credits roll.
Sure, why not?
And don't worry, I have thought about what I will be doing whilst now that the final boss battle has been beaten. I've got a couple ideas for things I can do while I'm still playing about. Like checking the audio for one.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
333! Yay! 333!
Turn the game audio up a bit here.
How do I check how many points I have?
Oh, just go to the
How
prize
many
counter.
points I have?
Oh, just go to the prize counter. Yeah, I think we're good on volume. Cool. I was gonna like the credits keep rolling, but also I needed to be able to hear the game audio. Which is weird, because usually I'm pretty good at being able to, like... I don't know why, but I can hear, like, multiple conversations going at once and actually keep track of what they're all doing. I can, like, tune my ears to doing that.
How do I see how many I have?
Prize exchange. And it tells you in the top. You have 1,429, so you're about halfway.
Oh, about halfway. Sick. Power course.
Unless you've got power.
Whee! Okay.
It will not be Togetic, that's for sure.
Not be Togetic.
Umbreon's okay. Golem's okay. Feraligator's okay. And Umbreon is not, or Vaporeon is not. Lugia's okay. Any fibers? Yeah, there's one. Gyarados. Kind of surprised Golem wasn't 5 stars, to be perfectly honest with you. Scyther's got the 4, but higher level stars. So yeah, probably Scyther and then either Golem or one of the other ones that were a 4-star in your...
Beedrill and Scyther both have...
Yeah, those are probably...
No, wait, just kidding. Scyther. I just can't...
You do have multiple Scythers, though.
With my
But
eyeballs. God damn, look at that jump.
yeah, I know. See if there's anything else in here that's 4-star or higher. I'll bet Machamp, yeah, probably is. That makes sense. Maybe Ursaring.
Wait, what am I looking for? Power?
You said power, yeah. Ursaring might be. Yeah, I got 4. There was a Scyther that had, on the box 1, though, that had 4 stars that were big stars, so that's probably your best bet. That's one of the other things I do like about the Pokeathlon is it kind of incentivizes you to catch more Pokemon other than just completing the Pokedex, so that you've got more options to work with. So I do appreciate that.
Especially without having to go in and, like, raise every single Pokemon that
Yeah.
for it to be usable. Block smash. Touch the blocks to strike.
I think this is just like a you just keep tapping type of thing. I don't think there's a timing to this. I could be wrong about that, though. I genuinely don't know. I think the only thing is to switch out when they get tired, kind of like with the race. So if it feels like they're slowing down, then switch them out. Yeah, yours is... Yep, there you go. And the button clicking begins. You're going to finish with a solid 92 points. Oh, 94. You definitely won that, though. It actually shows the scores on screen here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on the top screen. You were in first by a pretty good bit there. Yep.
Nice.
I always appreciate when you can actually, you know, see the scores before the event ends, but I also appreciate, like, not knowing, because that is part of the fun. So it goes back and forth. Circle push.
I prefer when it shows it, because then I can, like, freaking know if I'm doing this game right.
Yeah, that's also true. It
like
would
with
be
the
nice to know
snowball
that.
thing.
Yeah, it would be nice to know that, like, before you've already lost. And then be like, oh, I did that completely the wrong way. Oh, okay, I remember this one. So you need to have your Pokemon standing in the circles that have the point values in them before the timer runs out. And then, yeah, people will try to push you out of the circles. So, yeah, you got all 3 points there.
Nice.
So, yeah, it'll start giving you, like, multiple circles, smaller circles worth more points, that kind of thing.
Where are my other people?
You got 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think technically.
Yeah, the arrows change color if you're inside of them or not. They give you, like, a white arrow with a red outline instead of it just being full white.
Nice.
Man, way too many people were trying for that 3. Like, holy crap. They just kind of left you alone in that middle one there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and it speeds up, too.
I cannot believe it was in there.
Yeah, it counted. Alright, last round. You just pushed someone off the map, I'm pretty sure. You pushed your own teammate off the map, too.
Probably, yeah. There's a lot of shit happening.
I think you still won with all the previous rounds. You had at least 2 of your Pokemon in a ring each round except for that last one. Wow, nope. It was close, though, other than that last guy.
Yeah.
Oops, no, I didn't want withdraw. Move.
Oh god, not this again.
Is it the snowball one? Oh no, it's even worse.
Oh my god, why is this so much faster than it was before?
Who can explain it? Who can tell you why?
Where's the... No!
Alright, so what I wanted to do here was... I think all I've got is just Ho-Oh for legendary Pokemon, so maybe we'll go around and catch a few more, perhaps. So this might take a little bit of trial and error. I might be too strong and keep accidentally killing them. So I might have to bring in weaker Pokemon with me. But we'll see how it goes. Let me pull up a list of the legendaries so at least I know where to go. Alright, I could do that, and I think I've got the item for it as well.
I love how like half of them were just chilling in the middle. Hey, I got like 6. Nice.
I was gonna say, considering the high score last time was 2, yeah. We will take it. So then, like, key items, maybe?
Don't ask me how, but it did.
It's not important. Oh, maybe I don't have it on this file yet. Well, let's go and grab it, I guess.
Stop giving him extra points for no goddamn reason. Jesus.
Yeah, at least like in Mario Party, you know what you're competing for with the bonus stars most of the time. Till Mario Party 7 and 8, but
Nice.
hell yeah.
Look at the angry face on the badge.
That is a very angry face. It looks like Omi from Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah.
I was talking about that with one of my coworkers the other day. I was like, oh shit, somebody else remembered that show. Hell yeah.
Watched a handful of episodes in college.
It's actually pretty good. It gets like really dark and like plot gets really good later on. It kind of has that bad season 1 syndrome of like you watch the pilot first and the season finale last, and other than that you can basically watch them in any order you want. But once they get past the honeymoon phase, as it were, yeah, it gets really, really good.
Okay. Stamina.
My favorite mode from Smash Bros. Melee, other than Super Sudden Death, of course. Move mine over so I can see. Watch you for a little bit here while I take a drink. Yep, there you go. There's number 1. There's a 4 with big stars, and there's a 5. That'll work.
Just hopefully it doesn't require any speed.
Yeah, if it requires speed, you're gonna be in big trouble. Ursa Ring's gonna be your best bet of those 3.
Yeah.
Because the other 2 are rocks. So unless you're allowed to throw them across the finish line.
Just eat them.
Funny, yes, but not too terribly helpful.
Flick to tackle, touch to jump.
Oh yeah, so there's a couple Mario Party mini games like this. So yeah, you just like try to crash your Pokemon. You can vault yourself off the edge, so be careful with that.
Oh, fuck.
Whee! Yep, somebody just killed themselves. I don't know who that was, but well done, whoever it was.
Am I supposed to be pushing them off, or is
Yes.
this, like, survive?
It's pushing them off. I mean, survive as well. You don't want to lose points, but it looks like crashing into them gives you points, but knocking them off gives you more points.
Fuck.
Well, you don't lose any points if you fall. You just lose time, so that's something. Honestly, it's a lot more interesting to watch than it is to play.
Oh, damn. Jumped off the side.
Oh, you do lose points if you vault
God.
yourself off the side. It's just if you get pushed off. So it's here, yeah.
I did not do well. Wait, what?
Did you win?
By a lot.
Holy moly, yeah, you did. You crushed
What
them.
happened?
You got more points than almost everybody else combined.
I don't. I really thought that I would.
Actually,
What
I think you
happened?
did. You might have actually gotten like basically the same amount of points as everybody else combined.
What? What happened?
Okay, you played this one before.
Oh god, I'm cooked.
You're gonna be in big trouble. Oh man. So one strategy you could do for this theoretically is switch early to Ursa Ring, since it's probably the fastest of the 3, and just use it until it tires out, or find whichever one is your
True.
fastest. The good news is by going slower like this, it's a lot easier to dodge things.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Alrighty. is Lugia if I find... Well, it might be okay. We'll find out.
God. Significantly slower.
Well, you might still be okay, though.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure they were averaging about, what, 6 or 7?
Oh my god, I barely got it.
Yeah, you got it, though. Screw you, Mari.
If I'd had my speed Pokemon, they would have got smoked.
Oh, yeah, it would have not even been remotely close. It would have been really bad.
Or just rock smashing again.
Yep, this looks like the button tapping one. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I don't think we're too high level to take on Lugia and kill it in one hit by accident.
That was actually close. Oh, just kidding.
Nope, looks like you were all good.
Just looked kind of close. I figured out the best way for that one. The best way is to intentionally swap out in between stacks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. With the vent one, I have like twice the number of points of everyone else.
Nice.
I smashed
Yeah,
it.
I destroyed him there.
Oh man, get wrecked. That one's probably actually my favorite.
Yeah, it kind of just depends on what minigames you like. As you can see, it doesn't really matter which Pokemon you have, as long as you have something that does well in that category. It's more just what you like to play.
Mm-hmm.
Switch over here to...
I think that's got me pushing like, what, 2,000?
I don't know. I'm kind of back onto my own grind here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through... If you remember, like, the hassle of having to go through the islands to find Lugia, that's what I'm doing now.
Ugh.
You can go and catch... This is one of the nice things about Heart Gold, Soul Silver is, like, you know how usually you can only catch whatever version exclusive you have for your Legendary? You can actually get both in this game. You have to go to Pewter City and get an item from somebody, but they just give it to you and you can go catch the other one. So, since I've done everything else, I'm kind of going Legendary hunting now. And we'll see how that goes. So it's this one, this one... So I need to get to G, H, or I.
I wish there were an option to where we could skip all the yakking, but...
Yeah, that is one of the unfortunate parts. Okay, I think I can do it from this one. It's weird to think growing up that we did this without a guide. Because, I mean, like, sure, guides existed when this game came out, at least the remake did, but when it was new, there was obviously no guides out there. Arnie, for fuck's sake, what do you want?
God damn it. Oh my god. Actually, it may be how many times you hit someone. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, it's how many times
Yeah,
you hit someone.
it gives you hits and I think also knocks out of the ring. The only time I saw you lose points was when you fell out but like weren't pushed out. Holy shit, you sent that dude flying.
Yeah, whenever...
Also, nice score.
Yeah, Ursa Ring kills it in there. This is it.
Man, if only it was that good in actual battles.
I know. Like, we weren't getting his ass whooped.
That dude just got crushed like a bug on a windshield, though. I mean, just holy crap.
Mm-hmm. What are y'all doing? Just running into the same shit repeatedly.
Apparently. Okay, so how did I get over here? Must have just gone into the wrong island.
Can I help any of y'all? God damn.
Sorry, something about
God, y'all are still on this shit.
Something about seeing Luigi's animation of trying to fly looks really funny. Its head all craned out. Okay, so I think I just went to the wrong initial island, but other than that, I was okay. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to go to.
Stop.
In the name of love?
They just keep running into each other. Keep running into me.
11.3. Considering how much they were crashing, you probably beat them by quite a bit, I would wager.
Probably.
They're probably at like 5 or 6. Nice.
Nice. Good thing ruined back period.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay, now that I'm in the correct location... Also, this looks hilarious on an emulator. I don't know if you can see it from here, but like, I'm supposed to be in the dark. I'll wait till you're done and I'll keep it on this map because it looks really funny. Oh, I gotta add a repel anyway.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Of like, I'm supposed to be in the dark, but you can kind of see the outline here because it's on an emulator of where I am. So I can move around and still kind of get a pretty good idea of where I'm going.
Yeah. You got the... I mean, I guess.
Oh, I actually can't get around those rocks, so I did go the wrong way. Just got a couple items that I didn't need. Well, poop. So if I need to get to H, I need to enter through B.
Apparently Suuga was the one that was putting the work in this time around.
I guess so. Alright, so Island B is where I need to go.
Nice. I'll go check and see. I'm gonna play at least one more time.
I'm gonna wager, yeah, you gotta be pretty close, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were like at half, and I think you've done 3 since then, so I'm gonna think you're gonna be within the high 2000s would be my guess. Let's see. Yep. She should be able to get it on the next win.
Nice.
And you've done them all, or have you not done stamina yet?
I've done them all.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember if there was one you hadn't done or if you just like had found one you liked and stuck with it.
I'm relatively sure I did them all.
Even if you hadn't, you've probably seen all the mini games. It would have probably given you 3 in a different combination that you'd played all 3 before.
Just booted me back out. Ugh. It's because I had the wrong button. I just want a button mash on those rocks.
Ah, that explains why you like that one so much.
Mm-hmm. Although it's more like repeatedly tap.
It's the spiritual successor to button mashing. It's trackpad clicking or whatever. Oh no, I ran into a trainer I hadn't fought before with a level 21 Shelder. Whatever will my level 97 Zangoose do against it?
Oh no.
You want a Tentacool? Does it deserve a place in my deck?
I'd like to make a nice toaster for my drink.
Really? You just tried to poison Zangoose? Alright, well. I can't be held responsible for your stupidity then, game.
Oh.
Man, like, I looked over and everyone just went off that map except for one person. Everyone else was gone. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. They should be able to get some invincibility, so people don't spawn camp.
I'm not doing well here. Hold on.
You're actually in first right now. Well, you were. Now you are. I didn't realize it actually does show the scores at the top. It's a little hard for you to see because you're trying to focus on the bottom screen, but it is there.
Oh damn, okay. Dude, Suda is really putting in the work.
No kidding.
I swear he was like half of those. God,
Man, they just got a... I think they did worse last time collectively.
God.
Or worse this time collectively, rather. I don't think any AI had only gotten 16 points. I think they were all at least in the 20s. Am I at the right island this time? Don't do that.
You are literally flying. Why are rocks stopping you?
It was more so the concept, you know. The concept of rocks that really slowed things down.
Stop it! Jesus Christ, you guys. Just run in your lane. Leave me be.
Like that person at wasn't it the Olympics that like somebody tried to like shove another racer and ended up making them lose as a result?
Oh,
the person that tried to shove them anyway ended up losing as a result. Okay, I think I'm at the right location now.
Stop. Don't run into me. Just let me run in peace.
Okay, I think this is correct. Yeah, this looks right. Hello.
Nice. Man. They were all like neck and neck there.
Yeah, they were. They're fighting to get in second place.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Yellow Team. We're proud of you for getting like a third of the score that first place did.
I didn't know what they were doing over there, man.
Don't worry, they didn't either. Nice, Mandu.
Nice.
Mandu knew what was up. Let's save our state here. And probably switch to something less deadly. Because given the fact that he just one-shotted all those Pokemon that were almost level 90.
This is after event 1.
Holy crap, this is not going to go well for them.
Oh, man.
Well, last place almost got half your score.
I should definitely have it at this point.
Yeah, honestly. Just be sure to save before you go to the prize counter, just on the off chance the shiny stone isn't correct.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't want to give you the accidental wrong information and make all that worth nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lugia. You're one of my favorite legendaries. Use ancient power.
Save again, because I trust no one.
Understandable. Have a nice day. I know for a fact there's been one time where I was 100% certain that I saved, and then I turned off the game and it did not save my progress. I don't think it was a Pokemon game, but it was a game.
Okay, and
So, yeah.
it's the shiny stone?
I'm pretty sure it's the shiny stone, yeah. There are Pokemon, unsurprisingly, that evolve with a Dawn Stone, but I must have been thinking of something else when I said that earlier. But we'll find out. So yeah, just go to your bag, select it like an item, and then hit use, I think is probably what it'll tell you to do. Yeah, able. Okay, cool. That was the right one then.
Yay!
I'm glad I gave you the right information on that one. No.
Cute.
I'm curious to see how much better its stats have gotten, because I know that last evolution gives it like a big boost to its stats.
Oh, thank God. Because it is so bad.
Well, go have a look. I'm curious now.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking to see what other items I have.
Oh, right, it's part psychic. I'm like, why am I doing super effective damage here? Just going back to the forgetting that Lugia is not a water type.
Alright.
Yeah, its special stats should be pretty good at this point. Yeah, in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Because it was like the 60s or 70s earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one's only level 38, so it's still catching up. Also, it's got Serene Grace for its ability, which is pretty good.
Is it?
So basically, anytime you have a move that would like have a chance to paralyze or a chance to burn, it increases the chances of that happening.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Loves to eat. Alright. Let's go kick some butt. Wait, can you fight the people in there? Is that what
No, you can't.
Oh. Lame. Alright.
Yeah, I think that's about as low as I can get Lugia without defeating it. So now we begin the onslaught of Ultra Balls.
I guess you gotta land there.
You do, yeah. I don't really get why, but yeah. Again, it's still better than being forced to take the boat every single time.
Yes. So much better. Alright, well, where am I going?
You were in Lavender Town, so yeah, I would go to Saffron and just go north, straight to Cerulean. You can go through Lavender Town, but it's a cave, so it would be a lot fast. Yeah, your mileage might vary. I just skipped the cave, honestly. because the route between Saffron and Cerulean is like a tiny little strip of land, and then it's like, oh, we're here.
Alright.
Away we go.
North. I guess. North.
Yep, right there. Now this huge long route to get to... Oh, you're here. Like I said, not a long route.
Arduous trek.
Yeah, that took all of, like, what, 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I caught Lugia. It is said that it quietly spends its time deep at the bottom of the sea because its powers are too strong.
What is it in here? Is it just pool?
Yeah, so this is the gym, but no one's here right now, so you need to look for the gym leader. I'll go ahead and tell you, the gym leader is north of town. Just go all the way to the end of the route, because it's a dead end, and you'll find her. It'll play a little scene, so you'll know it's her.
Ah. This way to town?
Yep. And then you'll take a right. This left's just a dead end.
Hi.
So, yeah, if you remember the Nugget Bridge from Fire Red Leaf Green that was actually on the bridge itself, this is just sort of this revamped.
School kid Dudley. Well,
36. Last year it was 37. I wonder if that actor that played Dudley is still in acting now, or if they moved on to some other career.
I thought that he was doing like stage acting now.
I genuinely have no idea. I've not kept up with any of the minor characters. Well, more minor than the main trio.
I was gonna say, oh, he's been in something recently, but also like, you know, recently.
Yeah. Recently could be like as recent as the last 20 years.
Yeah. I know he was in Merlin, but that's like early on.
Yeah.
What else was he in? He was in something I saw semi-recently.
Oh, that's... Okay, how did I manage to do that? Curious what this looks like on my screen. Oh, nice. I have all but fucked this up.
Don't fall asleep.
No, that's not it.
Don't get infatuated.
There we go. I'm not sure how I managed to do that, but I did it.
It was done.
All without meaning to. I took the DS windows from going to look like this to like this.
Perfect.
So, okay.
I feel like Togekiss is doing a lot better now.
I hope so.
I mean, it's not hard to do better than it was.
Yeah, true. Oh no, not the attack intimidation, which isn't going to matter because you're using psychic moves.
Okay, ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, takedown does a lot. It's one of those, like, it's so strong that the opponent takes recoil from it. Alright, so that's one down. Oh, I'm gonna have to be a lot more careful with Suicune. It's only level 40.
You were the one that wanted to pick a fight with Rocksteady. That's on you, man.
Yep.
Looks like he got his shit rocked.
I'd make some sort of, like, Ninja Turtles reference, but I've never seen any of the movies or watched the TV shows, so I only know that Rocksteady exists as a character.
I mean, that's a lot of... Sometimes he exists. He doesn't exist in every iteration, and how he exists where he varies widely.
Yeah, I've also seen that too.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what any of these characters.
Who am I battling here? Who the fuck's this dude?
Hang on.
Oh man, this dude is super fruity. Holy cow. I'm just saying, if you wear an outfit like that and you're not, like, a stage magician, you're a little bit fruity.
Oh my god.
Yeah, switch just so I don't have to take the penalty here. So let me see if I can clip that off. There we go. Hey, level 39.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing you probably gave it the EXP share to catch up.
No. Who has the EXP sharing?
I just figured since it was like almost at 40 and everything else is about 50, you might have, but
Yeah, no.
somebody else probably has it. It might be somebody in the PC box for all I know.
Same.
Bye, Haunter.
I'll look in just a second.
I hate to admit it, but you win. Well, I hate to admit it, but you suck. Stopped flat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so first of all,
Alright. Oops. That's what I want. Alright, where am I going from here?
what do you have? Hard
Yeah,
stone.
if you go to like Pokemon in summary, you can actually check it on there without having to move all the items around. Go to the right one. Like on your screen, yeah. Should be.
Amulet core.
Yep, there it is. Couldn't see it from mine. So
Okay.
yeah, you can check all of them there and see if any of them have it.
Smoke ball.
I don't
Never
know
melt
if that is.
ice.
None.
None.
Yeah, so it could be on somebody in your PC box or it could be in your items right now.
I think it's probably in
Yeah, it'll be in the first pouch if it is. Let's find out. Nope, I guess somebody in your PC's got it.
the. Huh.
Bonus of the location. I think I did miss it. I think it's over here, if I remember correctly. What I'm looking for, I just gotta find it.
Am I fighting the gym outside of the gym?
No,
Okay.
no. Once you like resolve the problem, she'll go back to the gym and then you can challenge her.
Ouch.
There you are. Note to self, when we do Gen 3, keep an actual water type on your team before waiting for too long with Floatzel.
Ouch. Previously, Togetic would not have been able to take a single hit.
No,
much less
it would have just, like, completely shattered on impact.
Yeah. So, you know what? Good.
So.
Really? Oh, the other one would see me first.
Yep, they do.
Oh.
Surprise, it's a double battle.
Surprise!
But also surprise, it's going to be just as easy as every other battle on that route, if not easier.
Probably.
Send out Podidus. Oh no, not a Pokemon that's like 4x weak to 3 or 4 different types.
That's what I think of that.
Hi, Suicune. Bye, Suicune. I thought I could corner it by ambushing it here. By doing what? Jumping out into the ocean? Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Complete sense.
God. Alright, so that's where it goes next.
The Blossom is so cute. And so prone to flinching.
Shoot.
Get him.
This is not the right way to go. Hi again, Suicune.
Nice. Togekiss is doing so much better, it's not even funny.
Yeah, honestly, I remember it being like a big bonus.
You were waiting here to defeat me after I was exhausted. Legendary. How very brave of you.
I'm sure it will go perfectly as planned with no flaw in the strategy whatsoever.
Not a one.
Alright, so that is where it will go.
Don't do this. Don't do this. You're not self-destruct right after we were saying nice things about you.
I think Porygon's either normal or normal flying. I don't remember which. How fitting, we're like basically in the same spot on the map now.
What do you mean you missed?
Missed. Hello.
Aren't you tired at all? No. I am simply built different.
Built Ford tough. You know what Ford stands for, don't you? Fix it again, Tony. That would be a Fiat, Dale. Fix it. Oh. I love how stupid that show is. It's so funny.
Does you win? A nugget. What's the nugget?
It's you just sell it for 5,000.
Oh.
It is purely there for selling. There was actually a really fun, I wouldn't even call it a glitch, more just like a straight up oversight in the original game, and I think even Fire Red Leaf Green, when you did the Nugget Bridge, at the end of it was a Team Rocket grunt, and they would give you the nugget and then challenge you. So if you intentionally lost to that Rocket grunt, it would kick you back to the Pokemon Center and you could challenge him again, but he would keep giving you the nugget over and over, which basically meant you could make infinite money.
Nice.
So as long as you were willing to sacrifice your pride, money would never become a problem for you for the rest of the game, which was kind of awesome. I'm just going to have to use Quick Attack over and over here, because if I attack him with anything else, it's going to do too much damage.
Just very, very gently attempt to kill this
I've
Pokemon.
used 3 Quick Attacks, and he is almost in the red. He is just barely above red.
Oh my god.
I don't think I can actually do any more damage. I think this is as far as I can go. Unless I switch to my HM slave. Because since I took his accuracy and threw it in the toilet... There we go. It might also be helped by the fact of Suicune's 4 moves, only 2 of them actually deal damage. Oh, there it goes. Well. I'll put in...
Charmeleon.
I'm gonna put in Floatzel because he made the mistake of making it rain, which will double Floatzel's speed to 478.
God.
I probably need to grab more Ultra Balls after this.
I'm not thrilled that I have to keep using these hyper potions on Togekiss, but like, it's not dying outright.
Yeah, that's true. It is living to fight another day. Yeah, that path, that hill up there is actually where I am right now in game, catching Suicune. It won't be up there for you because you have to go through a little mini quest to do it. It's not that bad, but still. Misty theoretically should be up there. But if she's not up there, I know where you need to go next, so... Yeah, she's not up there. So, where you'll need to go is east of town, of Cerulean. Wouldn't it be funny if that was just a dead end with nothing there at the end of that?
I would scream.
I think I know where this is probably taking you. If it's anything like Fire Red, Leaf Green. Oh, no, never mind. That actually is a shortcut back. I figured it was going to take you to the cave where Mewtwo would be.
You sit down like this?
Yeah, so there'll be a route and then a spot that you can surf, and that will take you south to the power plant, and then you need to talk to somebody in there, and they'll mention that the power plant is down.
I figured you were going to stop me. People shouldn't leave any litter behind.
Yo, could you
Well,
add me
you're
next
still
time,
here.
please? Yeah. I need to go watch more of Ray streams. He's hilarious. If you've ever seen the cursed Pokemon card opening pack that has like the shitload of Weedle in it, that's him.
That was emotionally devastating.
That was
honestly.
just that third one. Weedle, hello? What is this pack? I'm in hell.
Look at Togekiss level up. Goddamn.
Yeah, I was gonna say the good thing is Togekiss has pretty good special defense, so considering that was super
that was
effective.
about to like kill me.
Yeah, considering that was super effective damage, it actually didn't get you that bad.
It really didn't.
I think it's either special defense or special offense is its strongest stat. I don't remember which.
They're both like 100 and something.
Yeah, they're both gonna be pretty high. I meant more so its base stat. I might look that up since I'm just busy uselessly throwing Ultra Balls.
Since you're just throwing your balls around.
Yeah. Yeah, special attack is its highest at 120 for base, and then special defense is 115. Every one of its stats is 80 or higher except for physical attack, which doesn't really matter. As a Togetic, it had its highest base on that was 105 with a special attack of 80, defense at 85, and everything else was 55 and lower. So its big boosts were to special attack and speed primarily. Suicune, this fight goes for as long as you want it to go. You know you're outmatched. I have knocked you down to red and have been throwing balls for the last 8 turns, and you've taken a grand total of 30 damage away from me.
What do you mean you missed?
A cute little sand slash. There it goes.
It did.
Sandshrew is one of those ones I've always wanted to use, but I've just never found a team that I've created that he's been really compatible with. Mm-hmm. Not even the Alolan version. Which I will admit is actually a pretty cool alternate form that they did because it takes Sandshrew and turns it into an ice type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can pick up all the items and stuff you want, but you're going to keep going to the right for the progression, so up to you.
I'll grab this one and then put it on and keep going to the right. I liked play. Nice. That was worth my time.
It is one of those hold items. I don't remember what that one does, though. It's probably something like a rock type can hold it, and if they do, it boosts their speed or something.
Mm-hmm. Check that in a second.
Dog Trio. Yeah, the current up there is where you need to go, but if you go directly south, there is a Pokemon Center if you need it.
Is it? Oh, hey, Spearow.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Gloom. I don't think I even have a Spearow that I've got.
Oh, who knows, honestly. I probably don't have one. Suicune, this is going to have to end soon. I'm running out of Ultra Balls. Unless you want your ass to get kicked a second time, then I suggest...
Eradicate.
Bye.
Pretty sure I could have blown a kiss at it and it would have died though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Togekiss looked at Raticate cross-eyed. Raticate fainted. Well, you don't have a Fearow based on the little thing there. So it would have a little Pokeball icon next to it if you'd already caught one. So you don't have a Fearow.
Yeah, I think I might kill it no matter what I use though.
Rock Smash is probably your best bet because it's part flying and Rock Smash doesn't do a lot of damage, but even then, yeah.
Nope.
Well, not with a critical hit for sure.
It said no, none for you.
If there was any chance before, the critical hit erased it.
Alright, I'm getting the Wada.
Hey, we got there in the end.
Yay!
Quick, let's save state before the game crashes.
Christ.
I'm pretty sure I had like 7 Ultra Balls left. Definitely not a lot. No, I had 4. I had 4 left. Even better. Alright, time to go back into town.
This is gonna be annoying real quick.
Yeah, I remember I repelled through that route because it felt like the encounter rate going down that side of the water was extremely high for some reason. I'm not sure why it did, but for whatever reason it was ridiculously high. It would be under your first, yeah, it'd be under that one if you have any.
Nope.
I guess not. Oh, it ups like light screen and reflect, like the duration of those types of moves.
Oh, like I don't ever use.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, you don't ever use those. Cool idea, though, for people that do like those.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, like, why is it whenever I'm trying to get somebody's attention, they, like, never pop up, and then it's like, I'm gonna go start streaming, and it's like, congratulations, you become the world's most popular man.
Mm-hmm.
Just everybody and their mother. Alright. Oops, nope, didn't want that.
Nah.
So I don't remember when it is, and I could be mixing it up with Fire Red, but you can find Zapdos at that location, I think. I could be wrong about that. Let me double check. Yeah, it is. It's once you get all the badges, Zapdos is like at that power plant that you're about to go to.
All the additional badges.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
I've got the list up since I'm going through and slowly but surely collecting them all right now.
Which ones do I have?
I think you just have Lugia right now.
I mean the badges.
Oh, gotcha. It would be under your trainer card. So, under Ike. You are missing 4. You have Misty's, Brock's, Gary's, and the fire gym leader whose name I can't remember. So yeah, there should be a dude in the like top middle of this building. It's like the bigger guy in the pink shirt. Yeah, him.
I'm ready to blast something. Who would steal apart?
Got a blast.
Alright.
And then you just leave. Guard will stop you and kind of tell you where you need to go next.
Cerulean. Shady character in Cerulean.
Thought you ought to know.
Cerulean gem.
This is the one upside to doing this quest, is you don't have to go back, you can just fly there.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they throw so many encounters at you. They're like, alright, around the gym?
Yeah, in the gym. There should be a dude in there. I think it's right when you walk in, he crashes into you.
Bump. Oops, I'm so sorry. You not hurt, okay? I'm very busy. No time for talking with you. Not good for me if seen by somebody. Oh no, you seen me already. I make big mistake. Hey you, forget you see me, okay? You seen, heard, know nothing, okay? Bye. Bye-bye, go-go.
Yeah, he'll be on the Nugget Bridge, the bridge he crossed to try and find Misty just north of town. Also, either I got extremely lucky with how much money I've got, or I found the level, or the number cap for money, which is 999,999.
Nice.
So I'm just going to buy like 99 Ultra Balls, and then I'm going to buy like 99 Ultra Balls. And then just in case, I'm going to buy like 99 Ultra Balls.
Oh no, hiding I was, but you did me found in no time. Me only one from another country. This feels racist. I don't know against what, but...
Like, I get that they're going for, like, his English isn't like, it's slightly broken English because he's not from here, which is fine, but yeah, it's not really done very, tactfully.
Yet, no big business, okay. Think I did have stopped the energy, be big panic and unlucky for here people. I'm not even following anymore.
Yeah. So this guy wanted to be part of Team Rocket, you know, like the thing you disbanded in the first part of the game a while ago. Like a long while ago. So he did not realize, he did not get the memo that Team Rocket had disbanded for the second time.
Whoops.
And unsurprisingly, like a Team Rocket grunt, his team is not very good.
You're really squaring up with me with a singular gold at?
Yep, that's all he's got. Alright.
Bye, Felicia.
You're at level 50.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that was a little embarrassing. It is in line with Team Rocket to get just completely obliterated by a single attack, though.
Yeah. That is like the ultimate Team Rocket. Yeah.
Ayah. Yep. So
I did in the Cerulean Gem inflatable tube.
Yeah. There are multiple inflatable tubes. I'm pretty sure it's the one in the back left of the gym, or like thereabout, so.
Team Rocket, bye-bye a go-go. Broken up it is says you. Oh no. Should I do what now on from me? I my country go home. Make Team Rocket I will. Goodbye so long. Make an international crime syndicate.
Hell yeah. I'm afraid that between this and the next game that Team Aqua and Team Magma will have beaten you to it. Yeah, I think you have to go around the pool, but I'm pretty sure it's that back set of tubes. I could be wrong about that though. I think it's that one on the right. Your other right. just like interact. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
So yeah, now
Can I
you'll
fly
take
back
that back
again?
to the dude that was at the power plant.
Can I fly back again, or do I have to go down the frickin'...
I think unfortunately you do have to go down the path. Found an ice heal. A little late for that to be helpful, bud.
First of all...
I have no idea where I'm going here.
Second of all...
It's probably a trainer I haven't fought yet. Yep. Hello. Have you ever gone camping with Pokemon? Dude. TMI. I guess this was the 2010s. Going camping didn't have quite the same connotation by that point.
Sell the nugget, sell the light player.
This just goes back. I don't need this. Okay. I am 30 or 40 years old and do not need this. Maybe like grab an escape rope if you don't have one. Just
I have several.
okay, good. Yeah, just a safety precaution type thing.
Yeah, I have 5.
Yeah, you should be. That's plenty. Any number higher than 0 is probably fine. Oh, Waterstone. Nice. Oh, am I going here? I shouldn't waste my Umbreon on these third-rate trainers with their fourth-rate Pokemon. Okay, I was joking about the fourth-rate Pokemon, but the fact you have Delibird as your only team, that's, yeah.
That's embarrassing. Okay. Bag. And...
Yeah, be the first one. As somebody who's been using a lot of them, I know where they are. So I've been roaming around looking for the legendaries. Every time I go through a cave or anything like that, I've got to immediately get rid of them.
Okay.
I think he also gives you something for it, like a TM. I don't remember what it is, though.
Yes, it's running. DM.
I would say it's an electric thing, since it's a power plant. Hey, I was right. But the other important thing that actually matters to you is now if you fly back to Lavender Town, because the radio tower is operational there, somebody gives you something you actually need to progress.
Oh, nice.
And then, of course, after you pick that up, you can go and do the Cerulean Gym as well once you go and find Misty. Yeah, the radio tower's just to your right. Yep, it's that big old building right there. And there should be a dude, like, wearing a gentleman's suit on the lower floor. Yep.
Oh, real lifesaver.
Yep. So he gives you a new thing on the radio channel, which sounds like it's not useless, but again, it's actually required, because it will wake up the Snorlax that's blocking your path.
Oh, nice.
That's what you needed it for. I'm not gonna lie, both times that I played this game, both the first time and recently, I had no clue. Like, I just got completely stuck right there when I played. But for now, you can fly back to Cerulean and challenge Misty. Again, she won't be at the gym. She'll be up north at the end of that route, but you've cleared out all the trainers there, so you can just bike through it and find her. And as you already know from Fire Red, she will be a water-type gym leader. Which means that potentially, if you can be careful with Togekiss, it could get a lot of EXP here in a minute. This way. What? I thought I put up a... Fine. Fine.
This sucks.
I will say one of the things that I do like about the newer Pokemon games is when a repel wears off, it's like, hey, your repel wore off, would you like to use another? And you can just use it without having to fumble through your bag.
Hello. Goodbye. Pests. You heard me right, pest. Oh, those gym badges. And now I gotta go all the way back over there.
Yeah. She got mad at you because you scared off her date.
You know what? Maybe she deserved it.
I will say, they nailed her dialogue very correctly to how she was in the early days of the Pokemon anime.
She was a certified hater.
She definitely was. I do miss those earlier episodes, though, because, like, the sass that people had in those episodes, holy shit. Like, sometimes deserved, sometimes out of nowhere, but it's like, even Brock was not exempt from it, where, like, his mom is eating his cooking. It's like, wow, Brock, when did you learn to become such a good cook? It's like, oh, I don't know, maybe when you and Dad left me to help all of my siblings.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Ugh. Do you see that?
It begins. I was wondering when that would come up again. It had been a while.
God.
Oh.
You're right, a critical hit. Thank you. That's when I needed a critical hit.
Yep.
And not any other time.
Like, exactly when you needed it. I hope I'm doing this puzzle correctly, because if not, I just completely screwed myself. Hey, I did do it correctly. Now, if I could only remember things that I saw 10 seconds ago. See you down there.
Rip.
Ouch. Now that has gotta hurt. Where the heck am I going?
I love my electric moves so much.
Yeah, Shockwave doesn't ever miss either, provided that they haven't, like,
Look at
used
this.
dive or
Just
anything.
look at shit.
Well, you just said you loved it.
I know.
And then it was like, oh, you love it, huh? It does have that downside of not quite being as strong as Thunderbolt is. There you are.
Do I have to go in the pool?
Yeah, you do. But I mean, you know, trainers, free experience and all that.
Yeah.
Since trainers are or the gym trainers are some of the few ones that you can just outright miss completely and potentially never get back to. Alright, Legendary bid. I'm the Great Leon.
Sorry.
Oh, I know. Like the duo earlier in the game that uses a Cloyster and an Onyx, the giant rock snake, and it's like, excuse you?
It's an innuendo.
It's not just innuendo, it's in your house, it's in you everywhere. It's just, it's very obvious.
It's in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, by all means, raise your team's defense. Maybe I won't one-hit KO you by accident then. Alright, that's all your accuracy gone. No, by all means, raise your speed. I don't care. Pretty much the only thing you can do to really damage me here is Ice Beam. Ooh, that was close. Alright. Now it begins. The 302 Ultra Balls necessary to catch this thing. God. It probably won't be that bad, I hope, but...
Ideally.
If it's any consolation, Articuno, you are my favorite legendary bird. And I'm actually not just saying that. In terms of how it looks, Articuno is easily my favorite of the three. Though I will say the one that's in Y, like the alternate Moltres form, looks really fucking cool. But of the OGs, this one's my favorite for sure.
I'm infuriated.
Some things just truly never change.
Of the 4 trainers I fought here, it has happened 3 times.
I know. Twice to the same trainer, I think, as well.
This is unreal.
You ever thought about running a weather team out of curiosity? Like where, you know, somebody uses something like Sandstorm or Hail? Because if you did that and that kept happening, like, you'd leave them with that small health and then the weather would just take away that last little bit.
That would be very satisfying.
I thought about doing it from time to time, just never could find a good team comp that I liked for it. There's not a lot of good ice types out there, unfortunately, and I'm not big on, like, the rock, steel, and ground types as much as I am other ones, so... I feel like it would be easier with Sandstorm because you get 3 different options instead of just ice and steel, I think, for ice, so...
I'm gonna say, watch it do it again here.
Very well might.
See?
Yep, it did.
Fucking again? Excuse me.
Yeah, that could be an interesting setup for you to do, is to do a weather team.
I think I'd do, like, status effects over weather. Like,
Yeah.
poison and burn and...
Yeah, honestly, for me not having an electric type on this team to paralyze, especially when I'm trying to catch stuff, having Umbreon has helped a lot because every time that it's gotten hit with a status ailment, because with Synchronize, it just throws it right back at the person who put it on me. Which has been very, very beneficial. But I guess I just like the type diversity more than anything, of not just committing to like 2 or 3 types and having a more spread out set.
Alright, let's go. Alright, Misty, square up.
I'm going to start the battle by disabling your move that you have not yet used.
Good job.
Nice, good prediction on that she was going to do it again.
Yeah. Of course you did.
Yep. Didn't realize you were fighting a weenie hut general over there. All these little full restores. This is the fun part. I get to watch your screen because I'm just mashing a button over here like a chimpanzee waiting for the game to give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're disabled. So your foot's finally healed. That's a joke for those who don't know because her foot is in disarray right now.
Mm-hmm.
And is theoretically recovering. The doctors aren't sure, apparently.
It's supposed to be better.
Question mark.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah, her Starmie, just like in Fire Red Leaf Green, is pretty nasty. Water and Psychic is what it is, so dark, electric, I guess technically poison. I don't think... I might have used my Crobat against her, I'm not actually sure.
Don't confuse me.
See, this is one thing, I do wish Synchronize worked on Confusion as well. I know it's not the other status effects like falling in love and stuff like that, but I really wish Synchronize worked on Confusion.
Oh. Good.
Because it, like, if you have to put up with this bullshit, they should have to put up with this bullshit too.
Lessons are not learned here.
Oh, well, your Confusion's gone.
Lessons are learned here. Oh my
Yep.
god, this is what dreams are made of.
Dreams
really thought I was
Dreams
right.
truly are made of just not being confused all the time. I agree.
Yeah.
There is truly a lesson to be learned there. Alright, so what did Misty say?
Lapras.
She was Lapras. Okay, water and ice.
I don't know that I particularly have anybody.
Not especially. Pretty much anybody that's not Rocksteady, because Rocksteady's not going to be very much help in a water gym.
Yeah, Rocksteady is. He's doing his best. He will be a human shield.
I was about to say, he will be there to sacrifice when you inevitably need to restore Umbreon to full health, because Umbreon can take a lot of hits.
Why did you fall asleep?
It used Sing.
No, I'm fine. While you're doing that.
Well, we've officially made it to the 30 Ultra Ball mark, and it has not been caught yet.
Of course. Why would it be caught?
Yeah, exactly. We still have another 272 to go.
Exactly.
That would actually be kind of funny if one of the things it checked was how many, like, total balls you had to be able to catch, and the higher that number was, the less likely it was, just to make you use up your stock faster.
Oh no. Oh god.
What
I was
happened?
hoping that my Its super effective would be better than...
Oh, yeah. Lapras. Unsurprisingly, Lapras is pretty tanky.
Yeah.
When I was fighting the final boss, because he also has a Lapras, it was one of the ones I was more worried about. I was surprised Zangoose one-shotted it. To think I did all that work just for Zangoose to come in and just completely wipe the floor with them. God, that was funny. Because, like, he was steadily taking damage from the hail, because, like, you're fighting on the top of a mountain, so hail's just always in effect. And I was like, yeah, he'll probably get, like, half the team or something, and then I'm just watching, I'm like, no, he's still, like, half health, and they're mostly gone. I think the only thing he really took any damage from was Pikachu Volt tackling, and then just hail from the rest of it. I think other than that, he didn't really take any damage. To Quagsire, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Special defense, Shopley Rose.
Not the full restore.
Good news, we passed the 50 Ultra Ball mark now.
Excellent.
Oh, my mistake, that was only 40.
Oh. Oops.
Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there.
All in due time.
I believe. The only way we don't get there at this rate is if Articuno runs out of moves, uses Struggle, and kills itself on the recoil.
That would be really funny.
It would not be the first time that's happened with me catching a legendary Pokemon. I don't think it would be the 10th time it's happened.
Golduck.
Because, like, sure, I could find something to, like, throw a status effect on it or whatever, but, like, at some point, it's just, like, if the game doesn't want to give it to you, then the game won't give it to you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can thank the low catch rates for this one.
It's like, this is it. Indeed it is.
Nice.
Nice.
Only 3 more to go.
Mm-hmm.
You also get Teemo 3, which is, I believe, Water Pulse.
Yep.
Sometimes confuses your foe, 60 power, and I believe a special attack. It's pretty good.
Why can't y'all just move?
It's like it's just too small of a gym to have a warp back to the beginning like the really complex puzzle ones do.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Okay, where next?
I believe for you it's going to be Pewter City, which will be Brock, which will be a rock-type gym.
Oh, cool. Some of the water types are gonna have a ball.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, he's going to be in a world of hurt, and what's even funnier is the one you're going to challenge after that, water is also strong against because it's fire.
Oh, nice. So, in that case, I'm gonna switch out.
Arg almost had it.
Okay.
Psychologists would call that phenomenon a lie.
I guess I can't fly there because I haven't been there.
You haven't gone there yet. Yeah, it's to your west of where you currently are, like directly west. Yeah, but I think it might block you off? Question mark? Because I don't think. Yeah, you can't get up. There's a hill you can't get up, so you have to come at it from a different angle. So that was what you needed the thing you got at Lavender Town to make the Snorlax go away. That was what you needed it for, because you wouldn't be able to get to Pewter Town otherwise, or Pewter City rather.
Boy, am I glad I got multiple repels, because I'm not fighting level 5 right as the
Yeah. So from here, fly to... I'll know it when I see it on the...
Fly to.
Yeah, just fly to it. Whatever town it is. I think it's Vermilion, which should be the one, like, 3... It's, like, in that set of 3 that goes vertically. It should be the bottom one, I think.
Vermilion? Yeah.
Well, now I'm not sure. Now I'm second-guessing myself. I don't actually think it's Vermilion. I think it's the one in the middle. I think it's Saffron. And you exit to the east. If you exit to the east and start going down a route and there's no Snorlax there when you hit the water, then I'm wrong, and it was Vermilion to begin with. You'll know, it's a giant green Pokemon just sitting in the middle of the road asleep with its mouth wide open. It's pretty hard to miss.
I feel like it would be...
Yep, Articuno killed itself with struggle.
Yes. Legendary.
I'm curious how many Ultra Balls, before I reset, how many Ultra Balls did I use? I started with 302, and I now have 247. And it still did not catch, despite being at basically no health for all of those. Hi again, Articuno. Gavin, I'm ignoring your call. Kind of have some other stuff going on here, man. Could you imagine the kind of, like, absolute rage a trainer would have if you were, like, trying to sneak up on a legendary Pokemon and you were about to catch it, and then some asshole called you, and, like, your phone went off and caused the legendary to run away?
That would be the kind of never speak to your friend again kind of,
Just like, Ralph, I am going to actually kill you if I see you again. Biker Dwayne. Let's hope his last name's not Kerr.
Dwayne the tub, I'm drowning.
Alright, there's your accuracy gone. Now we bite. It does solve at least 2/3 of the world's problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the RPG cliche says, there are very few problems that cannot be solved by finding a long-haired pretty boy and beating the ever-living shit out of him.
Yep. Sure, why not?
Alright. It begins round 2.
Alright, again.
Oh, I guess you haven't gone through this route yet.
Nope.
Well, enjoy.
Or I can make it exactly 2 feet before getting in a fight with somebody.
Well,
Flareon.
I was about to say, this is not going to go well for him.
Nope.
Goodbye. That was just a desperate attempt to seem relevant right there.
Yeah. Embarrassing, really. At least the last guy brought 4.
Yeah, true.
Like, come at me with 1 Flareon. You better be apologizing.
And what's behind door number 3?
Another singular Pokemon.
Oh, 2! Look out, we got a badass over here. Look out, we had a badass over here.
We got a whoop ass, that's what we got.
They even drilled the holes into the paddle, really make it hurt.
Yep. Yikes, sorry. Oh, I'm straight.
Torment.
What does that do?
I think it's like one of those you can't use multiple moves in a row. Like if you used, I don't know, Iron Tail and then they used Torment, like you wouldn't be able to use Iron Tail until you used another move.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's basically the opposite of Encore, where you have to keep using the same move over and over.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
You tried. You really tried to avoid him, but nope. No dice.
I was like, I know that I can sneak around that other guy, but Mom and I make a great pair. You should prepare yourself.
No thanks.
Prepared.
No threesomes today.
Who should we bite? Bite Lotad. Insta-kill Lotad, my
Yeah.
bad. God damn.
Yeah. Those both definitely should be evolved at least into their middle forms by now, since they require a stone to evolve to their final forms.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I caught it! I was too busy watching your screen to even notice.
That's why you caught it.
Yep. Its
Because you weren't
magnificent,
paying
seemingly
attention.
translucent wings of this legendary bird Pokemon are said to be made of ice. Well, that's very, very charming, I suppose. Charming Ronald.
Aw, damn.
See where I stayed here.
Gentleman Milton. Are you a man?
You will not, in fact, be gentle with us, gentlemen.
Mm-mm.
Bye, Growlithe. We'll miss you.
Poor thing, poor puppy.
Here lies Growlithe. He should have swam for shore.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Legendary Pokemon managed to do a grand total of about 55 damage, give or take, to one of my Pokemon. That was it.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm in Lavender Town.
Okay, so I did give you the wrong one. So yeah, fly to the town that was south of where you started. Or you can take the route you're on and go down, and then when you have the option to take a left, you can go left. Either one. But it should be Vermilion is the correct one. I should have just stuck with my instinct. I did the classic second guessing myself, and I should have just stuck with my original guess.
Alright, now where am I going?
East. Yeah. Just keep going along the east path out of town.
What the hell?
No, you found a construction site. That's not east, that's north.
I know, I don't know.
Just go down, yeah, and then
okay.
yeah, and then yeah, keep going.
Down more.
No, up, and then it should take you out of town. Yep.
Up and then more east.
Yeah, there he is.
Hey, bud.
So if you try to plan on catching this, for the record, bring lots of Ultra Balls, because it's going to be equivalent to trying to catch a Legendary. It's a giant pain in the ass. If you don't care about catching it, though, then that's also fine. All you got to do is just defeat it.
I have 18 Ultra Balls.
So in order to, well, make sure you've got the Pokemon you want out in front, too, and that they're fully healed.
Yeah, let me...
It'll be a normal type for reference's sake, so fighting is going to be the weakness. It also has quite a bit of health and defense, so if your attacks don't do a lot of damage, it's not that your Pokemon are doing bad, it's just that's where it dumped all of its points.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think Rocksteady has some... Nope, literally only the...
I think it's just your Machamp that has your fighting moves, which is in your box right now.
Yeah, well, Togekiss has one,
Oh, Rock Smash, yeah.
ironically, but I'll probably grab...
Yeah, Machamp would do more, because it's going to have stronger fighting moves and also the same type of attack bonus.
Sorry, bud, I'll be right back for you.
So if you want to see my badges, this is where he'll be. Whenever you get all the badges on my screen, this is where Zapdos will be.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you do end up wanting to catch him, that's where he'll be.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay. Alright, where's this one?
Back to the Snorlax.
Down here?
Yep, so it'll be down to the right and then up a little bit to the right. For the record, I believe I brought 30, and I think it took me 2 resets before I caught it.
So we're gonna save right before we go into the battle. We're definitely not gonna forget.
Wow, that did a lot of damage. Holy crap. Pull that off. Oh, thanks. Made my job easier. Remember when I was talking about I like it when Umbreon gets paralyzed because it just paralyzes my opponent right back? Guess what that legendary just did?
Nice.
Alright, so in order to do this, this is going to be a little bit weird, and for those watching at home, you might have the volume sound a little bit wonky. You're probably going to want to actually turn the volume on for the DS, because this requires the radio, so it's a little weird. It should be on the bottom, I think. Been a while since I used it. Yeah, so back out of that and go to the PokeNav. Or PokeGear, sorry, PokeGear. Wrong game. And then the second option on the bottom that's shaped like the radio. So this takes you to different channels if you move it around. The one that you got is in the top middle of that little globe screen. It'll start sounding different. It's like the very top. Yeah, top middle. Yeah, that right there. So once you have it on that, just back out of that with B, and it'll stay on. And then talk to it. There you go. You can turn the sound off now, too. It's just to make sure, because it's very easy to, like, accidentally move the stylus or something and back out of that without meaning to. That radio is also used in, like, I believe on Thursdays, you can set it to, like, it'll play the music from Gen 4, from Sinnoh, and you'll be more likely to find Gen 4 Pokemon.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well. You tried, man. You tried.
And therefore you cannot be criticized. I do believe Giga Impact forces him to give up his next turn, though. Yep.
Okay.
So you at least get the free switch, if nothing else. That low kick should do a fair bit of damage, too, because I think that's based on the opponent's weight. And since Snorlax is obviously a pretty hefty boy. Yep.
Yeah. Imagine if it one hit KO'd it.
It very well
I
might.
would be upset. Oh
Hey.
no! Wait!
Hey!
God damn it.
Hey!
Okay. I guess I'll just turn it off and back on again.
Yeah, because I do believe that is the only one in Heart Gold, Soul Silver that there is. I don't think you can get another one, but I'm not completely sure about that. Barring, like, obviously, trading or something. It feels weird to be catching it now, because, like, back in the day, Snorlax was actually, as you can see why when it attacked your Togekiss, when done the right way, it was actually a pretty competitive Titan that was used on a lot of teams. Up there with, like, Tauros and Starmie. You have to go a little bit higher. It'll say Pokemon or Pokeflute on that the top of the bottom screen.
Oh damn, I forgot to swap out.
Ancient power.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did it miss?
No, it just said, okay, you're not escaping.
Oh.
Ouch.
Now's the fun part of the stream where we're just sitting here trying to catch and or defeat Pokemon.
Yep.
Or at least... Snorlax is doubly hard too, because as you've already seen, it has leftovers, so it will gradually be restoring its health at the end of each turn too. You know, in case it wasn't annoying enough already.
Okay. Low kick will kill it. So we're just gonna miss, obviously.
I wonder what the max power low kick is. Maybe I'll look that up in a second. Because I have to imagine it probably is like...
Wait, stop. Wait! Mother.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. I gotta know.
Alright.
How much can low kick do?
We're gonna play a game called How Many Times Can We Not Kill This Thing?
Yeah, so the most that it can do is 120 power if the Pokemon's 440 pounds or more, and you're also stacking same type attack bonus on top of that. So it's actually doing a lot more than Cross Chop was.
Okay.
It actually does pretty good damage against anything that's over 55 pounds. It has at least 60 power.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. I thought it was less than that, but yeah, that's not terrible. Your Feraligatr can also learn it, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
The more you know. Alright, back to me chucking Ultra Balls at this thing.
Alright, bud. Let's try this again.
So strength then, huh?
Or I can just, like, not hit him, I
Yeah.
guess.
80 accuracy my foot.
Okay.
So if this kills him, you're stuck with strength, basically.
Stop. 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 God damn it.
Yeah, I think you're stuck using strength if you're going to use Machamp.
I mean, I may just have to put, like, Umbreon or somebody
Yeah.
in.
You could also do it. That's what I've been doing against the legendaries, because Umbreon's just so tanky that it... The only downside is I think that, like, Dynamite Punch, or whatever it's using, is fighting type, and Umbreon is weak to fighting.
What is Snorlax?
Normal. But normal's kind of like, that's their edge, is they get, like, a really diverse move pool. They just don't get the same type attack bonus from it.
So just my ghost type move will work.
Well, Ghost doesn't work on normal, and vice versa, so...
Alright.
Yeah, you'd be using your dark type moves on it.
Alright.
Ancient power.
Fight. Okay. Bite.
Yeah, if he's going to be using rollout, definitely keep sticking a bite. You might be able to flinch him out of the rollout stacking damage.
Ugh.
Yeah, because it's going to do more and more up to 5 times. It gets pretty out of hand.
Bite.
Of course, it's also possible, yeah. I was going to say, it's also possible he just misses, too.
Okay, so the question is, do I want to risk another bite?
What else do you have for your move options?
Feint attack, quick attack, shadow ball.
You could try quick attack. I think he might heal for more damage than he takes, though, is the problem.
Okay.
Oh, no, he actually didn't quite heal as much because he was in yellow.
Yeah.
So your quick attack could kind of be used to counter when the leftovers is healing him back into yellow. I think that was pretty similar to what I did.
This is going to be obnoxious very quickly.
Yeah, I know the feeling. This is legendary, number 3 for me today? So I got Lugia and I got Articuno. I guess to be fair, between the two, Articuno fought me more than Lugia did. Lugia at least only took 1 try before catching it.
No. God damn.
You see me rolling.
Fine.
Hey! Yeah, the other thing you could do is if you feel like Umbreon was doing okay, barring the rollout, you could always just sacrifice some turns to bring it back and get it back to full health. First, I guess.
Really?
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Damn.
That went way better than any of my attempts did.
I thought that was going to be awful.
Yeah. All of my attempts that were fails were because he kept killing himself with struggle.
I was say, didn't I wind up, like, with Zapdos? Wasn't that, like, 2 days that I was
I think so,
working
yeah.
on that?
Yeah, I think you did it for, like, an hour and a half in one play session, couldn't get it, and then we came back and it took, like, another 45 minutes or something like that.
It was infuriating.
EP.
That's all I remember.
So EP.
He beat the eepiest.
To be fair, that's what we call one person in the VR group. Because even though he's the youngest of us, he's already like an uncle because he's got older brothers. And he never goes to bed on time, so we call him Uncle EP.
Uncle Eepy.
Yep.
That's so real.
It's like, he claims he's not EP, and it's like, I'm sorry, you got up for at 9 o'clock for work, and you went to bed at 5:30. You're EP. There's no way you're not EP. And you did that for 5 days in a row. You're EP.
Oh, God.
It must be nice being 25 and being able to do that.
I couldn't even do that at 25.
I don't think I could have done that at 15, let alone 25.
I could have done it at 15. I don't think that I slept through most of high school.
Oh, good.
I got maybe like 2 to 3 hours a night.
What happens on live stream stays on live stream.
What?
We don't tell your parents, i.e.
Oh,
that
yeah,
you
no.
didn't get any sleep.
I'm sure they were... I'm sure they suspected it.
In your defense, though, especially with your dad, like, what were they going to tell you? Like, do as I say, not as I do?
Right?
Wouldn't have had much ground to stand on there for sure.
Alright, EP. Let me see what you got.
Oh, for its moveset, Giga Impact, Rollout, Block, and I don't remember what its fourth move was.
Quick-tempered. It's got Block, Rollout, Crunch.
Yeah, you can see where all the points got distributed on its stats. All of it went into offense, special defense, and HP.
Yeah.
And not into speed. And with the Snorlax you have, that's one where its nature actually gives it a higher speed. So that's actually a faster Snorlax.
Oh my god.
Amongst other Snorlaxes.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. It was never the type to move quickly. But it was very good at what it did, which was high offense and very good defense.
Let me see.
You did save, right, after catching it?
No, but I will do that next.
I think this is the right door, but I'm gonna check anyway.
Why is this an ice type move?
Avalanche?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, usually when I think of avalanche, I think of a snow avalanche.
I
But it could be a rock avalanche.
I think of rocks, yeah.
There probably is something pretty close to that. Like, I know rock slide is a thing, and that's kind of close to an avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
Like how I wandered halfway through that cave, and I'm like, oh, right, I have a bike. It's like that Dan versus skit of, like, guy sees a woman getting chased by Dan, like, as he's eating a donut, and then just, like, shrugs and starts to eat more of it, and then it's like, oh, wait, I'm a cop!
Mm-hmm.
You know, I forgot something important. Are you trying to figure out, like, good stuff for Snorlax?
Yeah.
I know one of the really good ones is Hyper Beam, because Hyper Beam makes you sacrifice a turn, but you can combine it with something, kind of like you can with Slacking.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have it, though.
I don't think you do. I think it's one you can buy. I think you can get it at a department store or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
Don't quote me on that, though. I'm not 100% sure about it. Strength would be a good one. Even though it's an HM, it's still 80 power, 100 accuracy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because strength is what type of move?
It's a normal
It's
type.
just
I have it
normal.
on my Zangoose,
I
so...
was thinking Rock Smash, because I have a normal type move.
Yeah, Rock Smash is only 40 power, so...
Oh, that's fair.
Usually your box standard for good fighting type move is probably Brick Break, which I think is 80. And also destroys Light Screen and Reflect, moves like that.
Mm-hmm. I think I also do not have that, though.
Okay, I know I saw Moltres in here somewhere, but I do not for the life of me remember where it was specifically.
Okay, where am I going?
now that you've captured the Snorlax, you need to go into the
I need to
cave that was
actually go
blocking.
into the cave.
Yeah.
I was so excited that I caught the thing without too much of a hullabaloo that I forgot there were actually, like, there was a point I was doing it.
Yeah, you can rappel through that cave if you want to. It's called Diglett Cave, and that is the only thing you're going to find in there is just Diglett and Doug Trio. It's evolution.
Incredible. Okay.
So if you're not interested in them, you can just skip right on by. Hey, Sneasel. At the top of the mountain, aren't I? Well, heck.
Okay.
So yeah, Pewter City is, you can check that house and that guy in there will give you a nugget as well, but Pewter City is directly to the north of where you are right now.
North.
It's like not even a full route north of you. It's really easy to get from there.
Nice.
There's basically like a huge thing of construction that'll block you from going from it from any other direction. Even going south and like literally around the perimeter of the map, you can't reach it.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. I get that they don't want you to do the fire gym first before Brock, but like still. Oh, I bet I know where it was that I didn't check. And for what it's worth, if you do want to fight that trainer, he's in there, and that little house just to the south of you is Viridian Forest, so you can train in there if you really feel like you are going to struggle, which I highly doubt since you've got plenty of water types to beat Brock with.
I was gonna say, I will be genuinely shocked if I do not show up and trounce.
It was fun for me with the fire type, because like I beat Brock with a little bit of difficulty, and then I just got to go and obliterate everything in the forest. Unsurprisingly, the bugs did not do very well against Typhlosion.
Shocking. Oh, they got squished. It's just a normal move.
Yep, that's the downside to the bug types for you. They evolve super early, like level 10 is its final evolution, but man, do they suffer stat-wise for it.
Squish. God.
Sorry, it reminded me of the Bentley video where, like, Caitlin probably showed you that one of, like, somebody showing their dog, Bentley, like a little butterfly. He just, like, slowly leans forward and eats it. Bentley! Let's face it, dogs are a lot like really young kids, though. Like, that's that's the first thing that happens when you give them something.
Mm-hmm.
It immediately goes into their mouth.
I don't think I need to visit the Poke Center. I haven't.
Yeah, you're probably okay. So yeah, you just have to go up to the left, down, and kind of around.
Zooming around at the speed of sound.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god, look at him!
A big chungus.
He's such a big doggo. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. EP, can you squish?
That one you might have a bit more trouble with just because it's going to be a high defensive Pokemon.
Bro, what the hell? What did you hit me with?
Hammer Harm. Super effective, that's why. Couldn't remember if that was rock or fighting move, but it's a fighting move.
God. Well, that was fun.
It was a gay old time. Alright, which cave is it here?
Get out of here.
That one.
Get out of here. I thought this was the fire gym.
No, this is the rock gym. The fire gym's the one after this.
Oh, okay.
Like, you'll get to the last gym second to last, but the gym leader isn't there, and you run into him in a later town, and he's like, I won't challenge you until you've gotten all the other badges.
Bye, Golem.
There was, once upon a time where Golem was actually really good. It was Gen 1 before the physical, or before the defense and special defense were, physical attack and physical defense were two separate numbers. It used to just be one stat called special, and it was actually okay back then.
You'll have a hard time inflicting any damage.
Yeah,
You
we'll
want
see
a
about
vet?
that, champ. This is going to be textbook definition of, well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions.
Mm-hmm. The dildo of consequences rarely comes lubed. Rip.
Let's face it, knowing Graveler's strategy, he probably would have just tried to self-destruct immediately anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, round 3. That's a pretty cool pose from Ultras, I'll give him that. That was probably a dumb idea. Okay, good. I'm actually glad they killed me before that got to...
Dude, do you see this?
Yep, sure do.
The disrespect, honestly.
Yeah. This would
And I
probably do
deserved
too much
every
damage,
point of that.
but it's fine. Yep, too much damage. Oh good, all its stats rose. It might actually survive if I try that same strategy this time.
Star.
I think that one
It
is actually...
itches. It itches.
Ew. Gross. Way too much info.
Yeah. You should probably see a doctor about that.
Little talcum powder goes a long way, my man. Yeah, this one might be a tiny bit harder, but only because it's part water, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it would take no
Ow,
damage.
ow, ow.
Man, it more like burns, I guess.
Yeah, it just keeps using protect.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's not very impressive. Oh well.
Like, once the hits actually got through, it was just 2 hits.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It just wasn't doing anything else.
He is kind of in a pose that makes someone might think it itches.
It overcame my rock hard resistance.
Well, at least he didn't use the word
Gross.
penetrate, so...
Good point. Alright, the boulder badge.
I can't help but think this COD game's getting a bit inappropriate. What makes you say that? Now, beware, Weevil, as my knight's mighty lance penetrates your moist cocoon.
Ugh. What the hell?
That's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
I'm calling the cops.
That was the first Weevil versus Yugi fight in Duelist Kingdom. Alright, so you've only got 2 badges left.
Yep. Okay.
It's a pretty easy shot directionally from here. You'll just keep going south till you can't go south anymore and then start heading east, and that'll get you to the last, or the second to last gym.
Actually, I'm gonna save real quick while I'm thinking about it.
Probably a good idea.
Alright. Go south?
Yep. You can either go through the forest or skip the forest if you want by cutting down that little tiny tree to the left, or to the right, rather. There are trainers in here, though, so up to you.
Yeah.
There's surprisingly not very many in there, though, from what I remember. There's only, like, probably 5, maybe 6. It's definitely not as bad as that giant route that you have to go around.
I guess now I start heading this way?
Yep. Found an elixir. Well, I hope he got consent.
Ugh.
Click, click, click.
Viridian City.
Yeah, Viridian.
Is that it just right there?
That is, yeah, that'll be the final gym. If you talk to that guy, he'll tell you, like, oh, yeah, the gym leader's not here.
Oh.
Or, yeah, he'll say it didn't have a leader because it was Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket in the first game, so now somebody else has taken it over, but that person is also not here.
Okay. So, more down?
Yep. Well.
Oh my god.
Do I try?
I feel like almost half the game it should be illegal for anything under, like, 20.
Yeah.
Like, this is not necessary.
I'm curious what you'll think of, like, later Pokemon games where, like, they're more open world, so you can, like, go anywhere, but, like, whenever you step into an area where they're much too high level, you kind of just know of, like, oh, this is, like, I'm supposed to have beaten, like, at least 4 gyms by this point. I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, it's
sometimes
kind
they
of
won't let you go, too. Like, they'll tell you, like, yeah, you need at least 3 badges before I'll let you through here.
I was gonna say, that way makes sense. Like, if you're talking, like, genuine open world...
I think it's because we got used to it from Breath of the Wild, since it was a launch title for... Oh, hey, Pucciana. I think we just got used to it from Breath of the Wild, because there was more than enough times where Brandon and I were playing it, like, on our own files, on call when it first came out, and, like, we were very obviously not going where we were supposed to go. I was bad about it, but Brandon was even worse. He played Breath of the Wild like a poker player would play in a tournament if they were playing with house money. Just like took the biggest, wildest, most insane swings possible. Of like, oh, I'm just gonna go to like the final area. It's fine.
It's basically like me and Dokapon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go straight for the boss fight.
Yep. And to be fair, once I knew what I was doing in Breath of the Wild, I did do a run where I like started the game, I got off the plateau, and I went straight for the final boss, and I did beat him. It took a long time and a shitload of arrows, but I did beat him. Because you're just slowly, methodically, just chipping down his HP with arrows, one shot after the other. Thankfully, the castle gives you some decent equipment if you hunt around to find it. And it was fun, but I don't think I'd do it again.
Yeah, I think it really depends on how faithful you want to go with the open world thing. Because in my opinion, it makes sense to have like those areas where it's like, hey man, this is really meant for this level and up. But on the other hand, if you want to run around and fuck around to find out, then that's...
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
whatever, man.
I think it's Sword and Shield. I will probably be wrong about this because they've started to blend together. It's a weird version of open world because basically you've got... Oh, hi, I'm actually taking damage from this. Well, time to just completely negate all that work that he did. Bye! So in its case, like, with the gyms, basically the gyms are around the perimeter of the world, and so, like, you go around that perimeter and you can, you know, go in whatever order. But the area where the wild Pokemon predominantly are in the center of the map, and the center of the map, like, you have different parts of it of like, oh yeah, this is your starting area, like all the Pokemon are pretty low level here, and it's very easy to walk into another section where they are much higher level than they were a second ago. Mm-hmm. So it's a very weird version of like, it is technically open world, but it treats it like separate sections. So like, if you wanted to get to Gym 5 without doing the first 4, you wouldn't have to fight through wild Pokemon to do so, you would only have to get through the trainers to do so. It's a little odd in that regard.
Ew.
But truthfully, I don't remember much about Sword and Shield other than the stupid hairstyles of two characters known as Swordward and Shieldbert. That is their actual names.
No.
And yes, the one with the sword for a haircut does look like a penis.
Of course it does. What else would it look like?
Exactly. Oh, that's not a good pick. Come on, we have to see the full girth of this penis.
Oh, God.
Like, you tell me.
It has a base, so, like, you know, do as you will, I guess.
Not him, I won't.
That EMT guy on TikTok can't argue too much.
And people wonder why a lot of the classical players are like, Pokemon's kind of fallen off. And then they see things like that, and you're like, maybe there's some truth to that. Like, I have no problem with most of the new Pokemon. I have no problem with, like, trying something new. But there's some of, like, someone somewhere okayed that. And I'm not sure why. And no one's quite sure why.
Because of reasons.
And I'm willing to bet a year down the line after the game's out, the person that okayed it probably won't be sure why they okayed it. Provided they have not been tracked down and subsequently eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know these earlier games, like, pretty decently, but by the time, like, around Gen 6, 7, and 8 roll around, they all kind of just merged together in a clump of things like that, of me just laughing at the weirdness of it. So I don't remember Sun and Moon or X and Y or Sword and Shield that well, as proven by the fact that I didn't even list them in generational order when I said that. Ace Trainer French. Nice. Did he have a Weavile for his first Pokemon?
Nope.
That's disappointing. Since in the anime, the Pokemon only say their names and usually only the first syllable. Every time you saw one, they were just going around saying "we" over and over. So the joke is that every Weavile is French. Bye.
Bite. You bite, you die.
Wait a minute, why did I die? I didn't bite, why do I die?
You've seen the post, right, about venomous versus poisonous?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kinky.
I think we'd also talked about that. Me and my granddad and my mom had talked about that when we were talking about the weirdness that is the animal known as the platypus. And all the weird shit that it has.
Isn't that poisonous and venomous?
It's poisonous and venomous. It tracks its prey using electrolocation, not echolocation, electrolocation.
Sure, why not?
And as recently as 2020, they found out it's also bioluminescent as well.
Sure, why not?
And it's like, what the fuck is this thing?
Okay, I'm in Pallet Town.
Yep, you just keep going south. Oak's in that big building at the bottom of the map here. I don't think he'll give you anything, but you can talk to him. And he'll say like, oh hey, you're here. I think he even tells you like, hey, you should come back once you've gotten all the badges, I'll have a reward for you. Pretty tough Pokemon, huh? After just encountering a level 2. Yeah, he'll also eval your Pokedex if you want.
Yeah, I don't want him to. I don't want him to know how few I have.
So yeah, just surf on that like thing of water there and just keep going south. Used Air Slash. Well done, Shulk. We're proud of you. If this Kentucky Fried motherfucker does not get in the ball, he's gonna kill himself.
Get in the ball. Get in the ball.
Apparently that was the threat I needed. Because it caught on the next one.
See, and then the question is, which one was it? The Kentucky motherfucker.
Kentucky Fried motherfucker. This legendary Pokemon scatters embers with every flap of his wing is a thrilling sight to behold. Yeah, I bet especially if you're over an area that's, you know, prone to things getting caught on fire.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be very exciting.
Wait, you have bird Pokemon?
Of course.
Why are you in the middle of the ocean with... Whatever.
You know, where they go to train.
Yep.
Well, that's all the legendary birds caught. Noom. What's next on my itinerary? Ooh. That could be fun. I appreciate that it put the roaming legendaries at the bottom, like it knew that I didn't want to deal with that bullshit right now.
Yeah.
And in their defense, yes, absolutely correct. Could not have been more correct.
Okay, and I just keep going south, right?
Yep, you'll just keep going south till you hit a town. Well, what's left of the town?
Ugh. What does the repel thing? What does that do?
Just the item, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, repel.
How weak is weak?
Wait, where are you looking?
So on the max
weak
repel
level
item?
Pokemon. So it will match whatever the first Pokemon in your team, whatever level they is, it's that level and lower.
Okay, sick.
So, like, if you had a level 45, anything level 45 or lower would not appear. It's actually what a lot of people will use as strategies to catch the roaming legendaries is they'll put on a repel, and they'll have a Pokemon at, like, level 39, and then go on a weak route, so the only thing that appears is that level 40 legendary, and nothing else will.
Mm-hmm. That's not...
The microphone.
It's really not. Leave me alone. Gotta keep going. Yes, go away. About to shock you out of the water, literally.
That could come as a nasty shock.
But,
he's got a Quagsire. Never mind.
damn it!
That reminded me of a really funny line from the dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX of, like, Chaz has his ace monster, but it's, like, a super weak one, and it's a dual spirit, so he can talk to it. And he's like, hey, boss, do you need me to fight something for you? And, like, turns around and sees this giant dragon, and goes, oh, never mind. It's like the same thing with the Quagsire. Need me to electrocute something? Oh, never mind. Okay, I see how I can get there.
You're wasting my time.
No, can't do it from there. Alright, fine. I gotta... Yeah. Too many things to throw on the ground.
Bro.
There we go. Alright.
Come on, man.
Anything else beyond this? Now I'm curious. I mean, if we're already here. Nope. Alright then. Oh, ew. Alright, I'm coming back with Flash. I'm not going through this. You can find some other sucker. I did that in one that I at least had the map for, so I had a general idea of where I was going. I'm not doing it on this. No, thank you. I have to do that enough in Phasmophobia with the maps I'm not super comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all those bits.
How am I going in the wrong direction? Like, I'm just confused.
Are you checking the Pokegear?
I am not, no. That would be smart.
Yeah, it should just be south until you hit like a wall of stone and then you have to go around it to the left.
Go left. Okay, I went right.
I'm gonna actually look at the map just long enough to make sure I don't. Okay, I do need surf. Well, that sucks. Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What do you mean, oh no?
I mean, oh no, look at this map.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that's nauseating.
Oh, why? Who would design this? Oh man. That's cruel and unusual. You're lucky this is my favorite legendary Pokemon, or else I would not be bothering with this. So I am going to need both of them. Alright, I see how it is.
I'm gonna jump off a cliff.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that for now. And before my electric and steel Ted cannot learn this move.
Bro, I'm not getting anywhere.
Oh no, I forgot about this part too. Here it is. Okay, good. How accurate is Flash? Oh, it is 100. You know what? What I could do... Oh, yeah, there we go. I'll just get rid of Sand Attack for Flash, which does the exact same thing, has more PP, and also illuminates the cave, which Sand Attack will not do.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, so I don't actually need to bring in 2 HM users. I can just bring in 1. Since this is one of the few legendaries that's actually pretty high level. Heck yeah.
Good night, moon. Okay.
Oh, this map is giving me a headache looking at it. I think I see where I need to go here. This is gonna be a pain though. I think I see which ladder I need though. That's the important thing. Well, they wanted to give a challenge, and guess what? They did it.
Do I not have rock climb? Do I need
No,
rock climb?
so rock climb you get by getting all the badges. So you're not supposed to have a rock climb right now.
Okay.
So talk to that guy with the reddish-orange hair, because he is the final gym.
Who are you? My name's Blue.
Yeah, this was your Gary from the first game.
Volcano erupts, and just like that, a whole town disappear. Nature is so much as twitches, we can be overwhelmed in a second. But that's the way it is. You okay?
It is what it is.
You're not ready to battle me.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he'll let you know basically like that there's no gym here. There used to be a gym here. This was Cinnabar Island. This was the fire type gym. So the gym is now to the east. There's a cave that it's inside because the town is being rebuilt because it got destroyed by the volcano.
So
just start swimming and keep heading to the east.
east. Okay.
And we will probably end it off momentarily since my timer just went off.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just get to the cave and stop there, I think.
Come here, bud. Come here. Let me see that wingle.
4x weak to electricity, that'll end well.
Rip. And it was a critical hit, too.
Ouch.
Talking about crashing and burning.
I'm kidding.
Come here. Come here. I'll do it again.
That thing's grown like
Oh my god.
10 level. Yeah, that was not a good time to focus on raising one's speed.
Yeah. I lost with all my strength. You sure did.
Sure did, buddy.
I just want to get to the cave.
It's not too far, thankfully.
I was gonna say, is it that down there, or is it still farther east?
It's a little bit farther east, but not by much.
Okay. Come here.
I'm sorry, that thing's supposed to be intimidating.
I am literally the opposite of intimidated. If it had told me charm, I would have been like, yep,
Yeah.
makes sense.
It's intimidating. Aw, it's adorable.
Oh, it's traumatized. Okay. Continuing.
I love how Tentacool has its eyes looking up. It's either rolling its eyes or it's like looking to the sky wondering where it all went wrong.
Mm-hmm. Just let me get to the cave.
It's fine. I set my timer for like 15 minutes in advance, so I had a bit of a buffer time.
Specifically for this reason.
Well, also, even if I'm late, what are they gonna do?
Fire you?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Togekiss is so much better than Togepi. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it honestly is. Because it is Togekiss is a Gen 4 Pokemon. It didn't have that evolution in Gen 2 when it came out. It stopped at Togetic.
Mm-hmm.
That was as far as it went.
Well, that's why I thought that we couldn't evolve it again
Yeah.
yet.
I think it's the case of a lot of the Gen 2 Pokemon did get an evolution primarily in Gen 4. I think it's probably, like, once you beat the Elite Four the first time, that's when it unlocks you allowing to use it.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird to think now that of all the Gen 1 Pokemon, there's only 2 Pokemon out there that don't have some sort of, like, evolution or Mega Evolution or something, and the only 2 that don't are Ditto and Mew, and that's it.
Jeez.
Every other one has at least something. Even poor Farfetch'd got an evolution at long last.
Rip.
Should have evolved that Shermish into a Breloom. It might have actually been a threat then.
Yeah.
Because Breloom's actually not too bad, despite having a very weird dual typing of grass and fighting. Actually works quite well.
Seafoam Islands.
Yep. So you want to take the ladder. The stairs down there will eventually lead you to Articuno, but this will lead you to the gym.
Alright. We never forget to do laundry. What the fuck?
I don't think anybody's ever truthfully said that. Inevitably, at one point, you will forget to do your laundry.
I don't forget.
No, I don't mean you
just don't do
specifically.
it.
I mean you as, like, everyone in the world at one point or another has forgotten to do their laundry. That's half the shit I have to deal with at work, is like, alright, who left their laundry in the washer and for how long has it been here? And the answer is probably one of the kids of the house parents and probably the 2 days that I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice and moldy.
Oh my god.
He almost got you.
He really did. He almost got me. Nice.
Take that, Lowell. Yeah, that'll probably be a good save and quit. But, well, after you heal Togepi or Togekiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a fire gym, so Vaporeon and Feraligatr are going to be doing the heavy lifting here.
Mm-hmm.
Though really nobody's at a disadvantage on your team in this particular gym, type-wise. If, for whatever reason, your water types die, I'm pretty sure your Golem has a ground move, which would also work really well on them.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I shall return the stylus and the earbud.
Da-na-na-na.
Good lord.
Well, pretty good progress. How many gyms did you get through? You got through Brock's and Misty's, so it was at least 2, right?
I was gonna say, this one is my 3rd gym.
Oh, yeah, this is your 3rd, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you only had 4 left, so yeah. You'll have this one and then Gary's after that.
So 3 and then that one. All the way the frick over here.
To be fair, you also had to do the Pokeathlon a bunch to get your Pokemon evolved with the Shiny Stone.
I did, yeah. That wasn't awful.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It's a really fun side mode. I actually like it quite a bit. There's one thing in Gen 4 that we'll see at some point that has a really cool side mode that I like quite a bit that I spent way too many hours playing as a kid. But it's, like, super fun. Even when the remake came out, I'm like, oh, this is still as much fun as I remember it being. Too addicting for its own good. I guess all I did was I beat the final boss, and then I got 5 legendaries. The three birds, Lugia, and Suicune. I already had Ho from earlier, so yeah. I still have to pick up Mewtwo, either Kyogre or Groudon, depending on which orb I choose, or which orb I get. I'm going to assume it's probably Groudon. Rayquaza, Dialga, Palkia, or Giratina. I'm not sure if I can pick those up. And then the roaming legendaries, Raikou, Entei, and Latios or Latias. Latias in my case. Wow, those are... Not only the roaming legendaries, they're level 35. That's going to be fun to kill by accident. Well, that's something to look forward to later. Until then, we will see you guys next time for more of my post game, and you'll probably take out the last of the gym leaders, I'd wager, in the next one.
Oh, definitely.
Because you're already at the gym for this one, and it's not going to be hard, and you're just literally going to be able to fly back to the town where the last one is. So, yeah, that should be... I think the only thing you might want to do before challenging the last gym is if you're going to try to fight the Elite Four again, you were definitely going to want to level up your team. Because the champions' Pokemon are like mid to high 70s.
Ooh.
And they're dragon types, too. So it will not end well otherwise.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Alrighty, we will see you guys in the next episode.
Adieu.